Wow. What a tremendous shot that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I call your attention to the Nashua North sideline at the 50. At this time, members of the Nashua North football team are going to present a framed jersey to the family of Ian Blake as a tribute and in remembrance of an incredible teammate, friend, and brother. Ian was the kind of person whose smile could light up any room and whose presence brought joy, strength, and unity to everyone around him. On and off the field, he lived with kindness, humility, and a selfless spirit that made him truly unforgettable. Though his life was tragically cut short, his legacy lives on in our hearts, and in remembrance of him, we should all strive to be more like Ian Blake. In addition, this year's team will wear a sticker with Ian's initials on the backs of their helmet. And now presenting a framed jersey of Ian Blake to Ian's family at the 50 of the Nashua North captains and seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for Ian Blake. Number 54 will always live on in the hearts of all Nashua North Titans.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another season of Nashua ETV's coverage of local high school football. I'm Tom King along with Rich McDonough, and it starts, and so it begins.
So it
Mr.
begins,
McDonough.
Tom.
Tonight we are here at Stellos Stadium covering Nashua North against Manchester Central in the season opener. And season openers, I always say, you never know what to expect, even if you think you know what to expect.
Forrest Gump saying life is like a box of chocolates. You never know exactly what you're going to get. We do have, on paper, some similarities in both teams. They had tough years last year. 3-7 for the Titans, 1-8 for the Little Green from Manchester Central. But on the north side, coached by Chad Zabolis, they have a lot of upperclassmen, 18 seniors, 21 juniors, Tom. Not so for the Little Green. They have 10 seniors with some limited experience, and you look down their roster, you see a ton of sophomores and first-year players.
And if you get them a couple of weeks later, they might be in trouble because of depth issues.
And
I'll tell you what, depth is going to be an issue for a lot of teams, not just in Division I, but I went to the 9 area teams and saw most of the, a practice with each one, and some teams are loaded with kids. Other teams are like, hey, you want to play some football?
They're just grabbing people off the street.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And Justin Houghton over at Auburn, he told his kids, he said, look, you got friends? Tell them to come on out. We need more.
Well, Huff's, he knows what he's doing, and he can inspire people. So you always got to like what the Broncos can accomplish with all that DNA over there.
That's the idea. That's what's going on with some programs in high school football. I did a story with our football preview that last year's football preview about how COVID has affected programs. They were just coming out of it. I think there's still a little bit of an effect.
The cake isn't fully baked.
No, but numbers are good at Nashua North from what I understand. They've got a freshman class that's fairly large.
Sure.
They can whittle it down a little bit. They know what they'll probably have in a year or two. But, it's going to be, success breeds success, it seems.
There's no doubt about that. And as Tom, you wrote a pretty darn authoritative preseason outlook here, and you noted that Coach Zabolis was able to get some basketball kids in, multi-sport athletes. So I think we'll see some athletic, especially at the skill positions. We were talking about the ends and flankers and receivers.
Right.
There's some speed, some hops, and then we got an interesting puzzle with the 2 quarterbacks, Tom.
Well, I mean, Brady O'Connor transferred over from Milford, and I felt bad for Max Morelli at Milford. I said, Max, I came the next day after I went to North Bride. I said, Max, I saw your quarterback in Nashua the other night. That's a tough thing. But O'Connor looked pretty good from what I saw.
Sure.
So with Chad Zabolis, when they've had multiple quarterbacks that they believe in, they will go with one until it all settles in.
We saw that last season.
Yep, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you got to love the opening night introductions here. It's such a blast. Pretty good turnout. Sadly, Tom, we had to honor Ian Blake.
Before the game started, there was as you watched on National ETV, a jersey presented to the family of Ian Blake, the Nashua student, who passed away in June, right after school had closed, about a week after, due to an accidental drowning in
sad.
New Hampshire. Very sad, and we wish the family well and condolences.
Well, they're down on the sidelines, and it was a real nice presentation. I will tell you, they're wearing his initials on their helmets, Tom, and they are giving it up emotionally for him tonight. And,
I think it's going to have a factor. I think it's going to be a factor.
All right.
Definitely do. And now our national anthem.
TK, that was a great production by the North Chorus, huh?
North Chorus did a great job.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
And their sopranos. Hitting every single high note and then some. Well done, kids.
Talented. I see some talented musical kids.
Without
over
a doubt.
the years at all the area schools, and it's a talent that I never had, that's for sure. So.
Well, in this North Band, I always enjoyed it when my kid was playing at Bishop Girton. It's just great school spirit. You got the cadet corps as well, and the kids are lined up ready to go. I tell you though, Tom, you look out, and you and I covered a lot of games, including that bananas game, the BG North game last year that BG won 43-42, and you look out there, no Luke Peters, no Darius Smith. Those are two big losses,
it's
but
different, isn't
they've got
it?
kids galore.
It really is. Jack Rulikowski and Jedwin Livera's
great players, terrific.
Captains are out there for North with Manchester Central.
Yeah, they're going to be looked to lead big time.
Yep.
And then you've got Drake Jameis at QB wearing number 10 for Ryan Ray's squad, and he's a leader. And then they've got excellent running backs.
Central will move the football. It's whether they can finish is the question. I've seen them against good teams. They can move the football. They have to finish.
And Coach Ray said, yeah, sure, we don't have a whole lot of depth, but we got a lot of enthusiasm, and their defense, that's something to watch. They're not the biggest guys on the planet, but they're tough as nails. They're made of iron, and they have a lot of speed. So we'll see the DB and linebacking matchups against what I think will be a good receiving core we talked about for North.
I think Rulikowski is going to be the essential player for North with what he does.
Well,
all right.
He was honorable mention
they are
all
all
West.
set. I believe North is going to receive. I'm not sure. I'll try to look at it. I will go down on the field for the first quarter. Rich McDonough, take it away, and I'll be back up hopefully probably early second quarter.
I'll miss you, Tom, but you do good work all over the place. Tom King, the ubiquitous one. We call him TKpedia for a reason. He does it all, photos, writing articles, preseason preview, and you can only get it in print. But I did manage to go to Hannaford, Tom, and I grabbed one there. So thanks for teeing us all up for the season. Tom King just said he's too lazy to PDF it and do online. I'll help you at that point. All right, good luck, Tom. We'll see you in a bit. All right, this is Rich McDonough, man in the fort. Solo for a bit. Executive producer here is Pete Johnson, DJ Petey Pete, as Tom King calls him. And then we got Dan O'Neill running the cam and always doing, Tim O'Neill. I said, Dan, I morphed it. I'm rusty, my first game. Yeah, Dan Young's back at the studio, a little banging the rust off as we get out of the season. I've done 3 games already this season, none football, but always fun to get going on opening night at Stellos Stadium in Mata Field. All right, North is going to kick off. And standing back there deep is Trevor Gray, joined by number 9, Caesar Flan. Lots of speed for Coach Ryan Ray at the corners, in their safeties, and their run back guys. A lot of speed. Can they stay healthy? That is the question going in. So, Central coming in wearing the whites, and the hometown host, North Titans, are wearing baby blue, powder blue tonight as we get going, doing the honors out there. Big boot that goes all the way down to the 5-yard, and Flan is taking it back. He jukes and jives, gets up top, and gets out past the 20. Looks like he got to about the 23-yard line, where the Little Green will start 1st and 10 to get fall 2025 going in this football season in D1. Little Green are out of the Central. The Titans are in West. They have the 3 divisions in Division 1, the 3 areas, and you got the East, with populated by a lot of coastal teams as well. Central is always tough. They got a lot of big-time teams, because you got Pinkerton, Salem, Wyndham, Londonderry, and Concord. Concord much improved as we start this season. All right, setting it up. Little Green, 1st and 10. You got a nice little sweep right there going through is Cole Preston. He gets around the end, has a nice gain on 1st and 10. We'll see where the Zebras mark it up. And yeah, he got just enough, a fingernail's distance. Nose of the football goes beyond and just touches the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. First down of the game, and the season goes to the Little Green. All right, getting it back. We mentioned Drake Jamis is a good QB. He's got some experience, and he is a leader. Even as a sophomore, he has risen up and earned himself that job. And he dumps it off, hands it off right side, carrying around the end. That was Kobe Pierre. Not on the former roster, but we got you now, Kobe. And he had a good run. He picked up 5 yards, make it 2nd down and 5 for the Little Green. Already off to a good start, picking up 15 yards on its first 2 plays. All right, going in motion is Trevor Gray, another speedy sophomore. And Gray gets it, goes around the end. He lunges forward to right around the line to gain. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it might be just about a foot short. Yes, indeed, it's 3rd and a formal 1, but it's a very short one at that. So the Little Green manufacturing good chunks of yardage and putting themselves in a good position to move those chains once again. All right, you hear the voice of my buddy Jason Roby on the PA here at Stellos tonight. He's gunning for Wink Martindale's old position. All right, here we go. 3rd and inches, really. And there's a nice dive in the near gap on the right side. That'll move the chains one more time. And that's the talented running back, Jabril Dumas. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Little Green, 9:35 on the clock, still zeros on the scoreboard as it is our first drive of the night, and it's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Line to gain would be the north 43. All right, here's our first drop back of the night. The lefty goes up, nice little bomb, wide open, streaking down the center seam, and that is our first TD of the season, folks. And with those silver numerals on the white jerseys, can't quite pick it up. It looks like it's Romello Diaz. Boy, he was 10 yards in front of the nearest north defender. Well executed dive fake up the middle at 9:08. The Little Green strikes first. All right, lining it up. Getting back in position to kick is Owen Taylor Galinas. He puts a big, strong boot on that. That had some pace as it went through the uprights. Chalk one on to 6, make it 7-zip at the 9:08 mark. And the Little Green started out running the ball well, picking up big chunks of yardage, and faked that handoff up the gut. And then the drop back by Drake Jamis, fantastic, great ball fake, and looked his receivers down the line and froze the safeties, and that popped his receiver wide open. Nothing but green in front of him for the Little Green. All right, so we go back to work. Nashua North set to receive the kickoff, and dropping back deep for North. It's Kobe Perry, and looks like his running mate Dylan Noble is out there. And Taylor Galinas about to kick off. He showed that powerful leg on that extra point right there. Let's see what he can do with the rock from the 40. All right, whistled up, ready to go. Little Green set to kick off to the Titans. And they were off sides on that. Looked like the near man to Galinas' left was over eager, ready to flex and show his speed getting downfield. They'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll try that one again. Still at 9:08, 7-zip on the Mata Field scoreboard here at Stellos Stadium on a really beautiful late summer evening. You can see the sun going down over the Nashua River beyond us. And mercifully, we had a bit of haze, so the typically hot box, I call it the microwave here at Stellos Stadium, is not making us swelter as it usually does, especially in September and May games. Again, Rich McDonough here for Nashua ETV. So happy to be with you. My 3rd season with the network. Loving it. We love bringing you all the action. All right, Galinas puts a boot into it. This one kind of knuckles off left, hits the hands, drops to the turf, finally corralling it at the 13-yard line, and that's Kobe Perry, and he is swatted down rapidly, and making that hit right there is Cesar Flan. And Nashua North will start from just about the 20-yard line. Yeah, nose of football is on the 20, so they got 80 yards of green in front of them, and a little green but wearing white to contend with. All right, again, as Tom King and I were discussing, we got 2 new quarterbacks, 2 exited, 2 came in. Brady O'Connor wearing number 7. He's a transfer from Milford. He's a junior. He also plays D end, and they're welcoming him in. And we might see a little platoon system at quarterback. We got Harrison Joshi as well, who came over from South. Boy, that's a good stop-start run. Oh, put the ball on the deck at the end. I think it was after his knee hit the ground, though. They whistled him down. Zebras are right on spot right there. He picked up 8. That'll make it 2nd down and 2. Nice run out of the gate for the Titans. Real hard. Both teams have very difficult to read numerals. You got that powder blue with white numerals for the Titans and silver on white for the little green. Forgive me if my LASIK surgery doesn't hold up so well. I'll do my best for you. All right, that's a good push by the interior of the line. As Uveras carries, he goes right side, squeezes the nose of the football to the 31-yard line, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. 8:24 on the board. 7-0 is their deficit. But a good start for the Titans, moving the ball authoritatively on their first possession of this fall season. Got a little in motion there, pitch it back to Uveras. Talented running back. He bowls his way past the 35-yard line. Looks like he picks up 5 on 1st and 10, so make it 2nd and 5 as we hit the 8-minute mark. 46-yard line is where the nose of the football is touching, and Brady O'Connor and company will tee it up from there. Well, not tee it up, but it's certainly put it into play. 12-minute quarters in high school football, 4 of them unless we go to OT. Aiden Mullen and company with O'Connor waiting for it. There it is, nice pitch, goes to Uveras, and he's immediately wrapped up by the green. That was a real good play from the force position right there, shooting that far gap and turning him back inside. Nice job reading and reacting by Matthew Plant. Number 52, their sophomore, one of their talented younger guys that are going to have to rise up and play hard for Coach Ryan Ray this season. They don't have a whole lot of depth by his own admission, so you got to manufacture it. Oh, that's a good touch right there. And reading that gap and coming over in rotational defense was Joseph Lopez. Beautiful rotation from his right linebacker position to get in the passing lane, break that up, and swat it down to the turf. 6:54 stops the clock. And that'll make it 4th down, and it's 7, and Nashua North forced to punt. Pretty good defensive series right there after the initial 1st down and a half for the Nashua North Titans. Yeah, I think Taylor Galinas is back deep to receive the punt. This one kind of caroms right side. It looked like he might have hit his ankle. And Graham Gordon's punt sailed about 30 yards. And from the 37-yard lines, up 7 zip. Central will put it in play from there. 1st and 10. Once again, they had a couple series running the ball. That set up that beautiful seam route. And a perfectly thrown ball, long bomb that went for 54 yards for a little green, and they scored on their first possession of the season. Coach Ray said they don't lack for confidence, they just lack depth. One way to do that is get a lead and preserve thyself. Okay, here we go, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Little green up 7. looking to move down the field and add more. Some powerful running left side, taking it and bowling through people are Liam Patton. Good defense right there, rotating up was Jack Krulikowski. We mentioned him, number 50, right dead center. He's about the 43-yard line right now. Honorable mention in the Western Division in 2024, and really one of the high-energy, active players out there for Coach Zabolis. That was a 2-yard gain, make it 2nd down and 8 at the 39-yard line, 6:38 on the clock, and again, Central up 7-zip, courtesy of that bomb on their first possession. All right, James gets him set. Coming in motion across is Gray. He takes the inside jet sweep there, and another big hit by the Titans defense. And yeah, just when we said he can play, there he is again. Krulikowski, 5-0, leaving no doubt. 6:20 on the clock after that big hit. Just about a 1.5 yard gain. We'll call it 3rd down and 7 just outside. Nose of the football is at the 41-yard line.
That'll bring up a big 3rd down and a long 6.
My buddy Jason Roby calls it a long 6. I'll go with that. He's a better football coach than I ever was. All right, so here we go. 3rd and a long 6 for the Little Green. Titans flexing their muscle on defense. A couple of nice plays by their backers and Krulikowski in particular. All right, James gets him set, and we got whistles. And we got a timeout. Coach Ray wants to talk this one over. You got pretty good field position. Maximize the use here. Give your guys a break. You know you got a lead. Try to protect it. And even if you fall short and have to punt, at least hang on to the ball. Make sure you got it. Better we have it than they have it. Get a few yards. Put yourself in a better position. But certainly, of course, you want that 1st and 10. We're going to do our best to keep an eye on scores. Nashua North is down at Malden Catholic. They were behind 7-zip. Not Nashua North. Nashua South was behind 7-zip early. And we'll see if we can get an update as the evening goes along. That's a good long timeout. You get about a couple minutes right there. Fellas come marching it back onto the field. And led by Owen Taylor Galinas, who we saw make that beautiful hard kick and then a long kickoff. He was honorable mention in the Central Division in 2024 for his own part. So the senior wide receiver, defensive back, and kicker does it all for Coach Ray. All right, 5:46 on the clock. 3rd and a long 6. Showing pass, showing the slant. Oh, and a good fake handoff. Seeing the field right there is Drake James. We'll see what they give him. Looks like he was pushed out around the 45-yard line. That'd leave the green 2 yards short, and that, in fact, is where they marked the ball. Smack dab at the 40, and that'll bring up 4th down and 2. So, Little Green, they got something to think over. My guess is Ryan Ray on the sidelines talking to his quarterback right there had this in mind, and he had 2 plays thought through, understanding that the right side of the Titans defense, particularly the linebacking core, coming up and forcing plays right now. All right, 4th and 2 we go. Exciting, 5:39 on the clock. Got a crowd scene in tight for the Green as Gray goes wide again, takes over in the slot position far side. And they're just trying to get them to jump right now. And okay, and here comes their special teams unit after they tried to get North to jump. Nobody was biting. We'll save that for dinner when the fellas get home. All right, looks like Cole Hogan is in to punt, or at least threatening to do so. And they'll take that as a delay of game penalty. That'll march them back 5 yards to about the 40-yard line. 5:39 on the clock, 7-zip with Central up early, courtesy of that long bomb from Jameis. All right, so at the 40, we'll tee that up again. That makes it formally 4th down and 7. And Galinas is way back deep to punt. And he walks up He's about 13 yards deep right now. Make it 12 as he takes an extra step. High snap, he handles it. And it looked like somebody might have got a whole handle on it, but it just knuckles out of bounds, ends up being a pretty short kick. And it goes about 16, 17 yards, and that'll give the Titans really good field position at the 5:32 mark and trailing 7-zip. Yeah, it didn't even go that far. It went 11 yards, and it knuckled like somebody might have got a hand on it, but we'll try to check the formal scorebooks when we can. Nevertheless, Titans ball, 1st and 10 at their 49-yard line, looking to create some energy here after a pretty good defensive stand right there. All right, Brady O'Connor gets the play in from the coaching staff, and he gets his fellas set. Can't miss him. He's got those electric orange shoes. So if he takes off, we won't have any doubt who's running the ball. All right, low snap, he able to handle it. Tucks it in tight to Uveris, who human bowling ball gets himself about 4 yards out of the gate into little green territory, and nose of the ball somewhere between the 48 and 47 yard line, and we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for you. 5:12 on the clock, 7-zip on the scoreboard. Little green up on top early. All right, Nashua North taking their time. O'Connor surveys the field. Got a little bit of shell coverage deep side. That shows run to me. That's a great pursuit down line right there by Trevor Gray. We saw his speed when he inside handoffs. Excuse me, that was not Trevor Gray. It was Romello Diaz. He shot right down line, and also Kingston Patton. Nobody put a glove on him, so he was. It was almost a jailbreak right there, able to snare a good runner from behind. 4:20 on the clock. Titans have the ball. It's 3rd down and 5. Nice fake inside handoff, and you got something going on. Nice job by Uveris shedding the wing, and he rolls over a couple people. Finally corralled by Cesar Flan. But Uveris, yeah, he is happy about that one. That was a beautiful fake, and he just slipped outside into the flats, and that kid knows what to do when he tucks that ball and runs it down. Knocked out of bounds with 4:07 on the clock, and a beautiful, beautiful 27-yard gain for the Titans. Brings them down to the 20-yard line of the little green, and that brought this crowd to life. You can hear those aluminum steps out in Stellos here. Say that 10 times fast. All right, good handoff goes to Kobe Perry, and he is just swallowed up rapidly. There's Kingston Patton leading the charge from the interior this time. Boy, that kid gets down the line in a hurry. And Perry lost 2 after that good defensive play, shooting that gap and then coming down line. And he lost 2, so make it 2nd and 12, 22-yard line, 3:39 on the clock here in our first quarter at Stellos Stadium. All right, just like that, the feet stop banging on those stands. Nice little bubble pass over there to O'Connor, but it was quickly diagnosed, and another good force play by Cole Preston. He came up from his corner position in a hurry and shut that one down. Only a gain of 1 on 2nd and 12, so make it 3rd down and 11 at the 21. 3:09 on our clock after that tackle. And this is a meaningful play call right here. Brady O'Connor, again, junior transfer in from Milford, got himself the start tonight, and at least get some yardage, make it easier on your place kicker. All right, he drops back. There's that pass. He holds on to it quite a long time. That allows the defense to rotate over, and you got that tackle about the 18-yard line, so that'll bring up 4th down and 8 as we hit the 2:30 mark here in our first quarter. Showing no signs of special teams right now after they take a good long look at it with Coach Zabolis and company. Trying to diagnose this one. Well, that was as advertised. Ryan Ray said his defense are tough and they're strong, and they've been tough in the weight room this summer, and they came out with confidence. He said they're not the biggest guys, but they have lots of speed and lots of grit, and we're seeing it on full display. All right, we hit the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. There's a big jailbreak blitz right there. Probably got a holding call, losing the ball after the great pursuit by Cody England, who's one of their key leaders. And we'll see what, yeah, it is a holding inside of that line. Couldn't get a number. Hard to see those numbers nevertheless, but we'll see what they do with that drop ball. Either way, it's going to go over.
Penalty will be declined, and it'll be 1st and 10.
And Titans decline that penalty. No need, of course. You don't want to rerun that. It's a turnover on downs formally, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Little Green, up 7 at the 1:56 mark, and they'll get things going at the 18-yard line. Again, Rich McDonough here for Nashua ETV. My buddy Tom King and broadcast partners down on the field doing one of his 10 jobs for covering sports all over the southern half of our state and beyond. So anyway, he'll be back up here to join me in the second quarter. Tom, I'm better with you than without you. See you in a few minutes. All right, 1:56 as the Little Green sets up shop deep in its own territory after it held fast when it looked like Nashua was going to head down and flirt with the end zone after a big play by Uveris to get all the way down to the 20-yard line. Nothing doing. Defense bristled for the Little Green. They got the ball back. Show and pass all the way. Here comes the speedy. Oh, look. Go. They faked deep and went underneath. That was a good flare out to the side. And that was coming underneath everybody. It was Isaiah Soto. And all eyes were on a wide receiver flying down the field. That was Romello Diaz, who's got all kinds of speed. That created a big, like almost an acre of room underneath. But we do have laundry on the field. And we got a holding, first one of the night on the Little Green. And after a decent chunk of yardage, that'll walk them back for a chunk of yardage. 1:47 on the clock. All right, the breeze has really picked up here in the last couple minutes, and that flushed the mallards out of the Nashua River. As an old duck hunter myself, you don't like that. All right, refs will walk them back after that holding call. 10-yard penalty. We were trying to pick it up in the replay. I joined that too late. I'm not used to it. We've upgraded. Pete Johnson handling executive director extraordinaire. We've got replay up in the booth. I'll keep my eyes open for you. Okay, after that penalty, it's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 9, 1:40 on the clock. Trying to go off left guard right there. That was a hard run by Dumas, who's a talented running back, and he was met by a talented Nashua North interior, and they drop him after gaining only about half a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down and 18. Ball formally on the 9-yard line. All right, we're under a minute here at Stellos Stadium. It's a good start for Central on their first drive, and they're up 7-0 on the strength of that first drive and long ball. Little play action on the inside here, and Jameis is able to initially escape, but then run down from behind in a real hurry. Looked like Denzel Delgado. He was honorable mention in the Western Division last year, and he's showing why. Slipped the initial block, rotated back, went down line, and then tracked down a pretty speedy quarterback from behind. Nice play by Delgado. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 16. Ball's on the 11 after a little bit of a 2-yard gain. That might wind us out of this quarter as we hit the 10-second mark. In fact, the Little Green are going to the sidelines, where they'll chat it up with Coach Ryan Ray and company. Up 7-0, but facing a long 3rd down and 12 when we come back. Again, Rich McDonough for Nashua ETV. The fellas are going to take a quick break as we go to the second quarter. So happy you joined us here for this opening night. back as we start the second quarter. We got a fresh 12 minutes on the clocks. 7-zip is the count. Little Green from Manchester Central got going early and then turned into a pretty defensive-minded struggle. It's 3rd down and 12. Jameis drops back. The lefty pitches out, finds himself Cole Preston, but beautiful rotation up. Coming up to make that hit is Yandel Velasquez. And at the 11:50 mark, it is 4th down and almost a mile. Well, 10 yards. They were, after that holding penalty, drove them back 10. It was 1st and 20 to get their drive started, and they couldn't recover after that. So back in the kick is the strong-footed Owen Taylor Galinas. He ricocheted one off his ankle earlier on his last punt. It only traveled about 11 or 12 yards. He's going to have to put full leather into this one as he's standing at his 4-yard line right now. And back to receive. Looks like Velasquez one more time. That's a beautiful towering punt up into the night sky or evening sky, and a nice handle right in tight. Look at Jiff. Holy cow. He's got the moves, folks. That is Dylan Noble. Shake and bake 3 times. He fields it back at the 47, has himself a terrific 20-yard punt return. And at the 10:59 mark, Nashua North deep into Central territory. They were down to the 20-yard line last time, and they got knocked back on a good defensive stand by Little Green. We'll see what North can do with itself on this trip into Central territory. All right, we got pairs to the left and right. And it looks like Harrison Joshi has come into the game at QB. He's a transfer from South. And he's a good runner. We saw his athleticism on display last year. He fakes inside, that fake sweep right there, and he just goes power up the gut. Long gain on 1st and 10. Move the chains again for the Titans. 10:52 on the clock. Ball's now at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Titans. In the red zone, folks. All right, Joshi fakes the inside handoff, and he goes left side this time. Met by a pretty good swarming Central defense. Looks like leading the charge out there for the Little Green. We'll give that one to Taylor Galinas. He is a Swiss Army knife out there, does everything for Coach Ray.
Galinas on the tackle, 2nd down and 6.
All right, coming in motion is Gray one more time. Been seeing that a lot. And it's the Harrison Joshi show this trip. On 2nd and formerly 8, he picks up a nice little chunk, and that'll make it 3rd down and 3. 10 minutes even on the clock here in our second quarter on this beautiful late summer evening here at Mata Field, Stellos Stadium. Again, Rich McDonough here for Nashua ETV. And my man, Tom King, has entered the auditorium. Fresh from his investigative journalism piece down on the field, and we got him back in the booth. Tom, welcome back, buddy. Pretty good game so far.
Yeah, pretty good. Just one big play, and that's the difference in the game. And
some nice defensive stands as well.
Good return by Noble there. I typed that name up when it was in Pop Warner. And Oshie, I mean, they're going with this kid all the way in terms of running. They're not changing it. It's working, and it's positive yardage, and he goes forward for another, 5 yards
He's
there.
he just chunk after chunk
Yeah,
after chunk.
exactly.
It reminds me of my old favorite running back, John Riggins.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I mean,
he's got a 1st down inside. 1st and goal now for North. Inside the 10.
Nose of the ball is on the 9-yard line, so it is 1st and goal. Yeah, Riggo, Tom King, when he would fall down, he'd get a yard or 2.
That's what you do. You just pound and pound and pound. You wear the other team down.
All right, this one, inside jet sweep.
He's
That's
score.
a great cutback right there by Tyson Hong. He's a hoops player. They said he'd play some H-back.
He's one of those basketball players that they got.
And he took off last year, and they're happy to have him back, and you saw why. Did you see that jab step? as he got up that seam, real
good
nice.
Cut to the inside, but there is a flag
Yeah,
on the play.
I just caught that laundry
and
down
it's
there.
going against North, it looks
I got to
like.
back him up. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That's too bad.
Boy, that was a beautiful design play and a great jab step by Hong, and too bad that had to come back. Yeah, I was holding on the interior of that line. Just didn't release his the defensive lineman, and the ref was staring right down that line. Tom King, easy call.
Right, and the interior was away from the play, so that's tough. So now it'll be 1st and goal from the 15.
Just outside or inside. Nose of the ball might be inside the 15. We'll call it the 15, Tom.
Little wind, watch it.
Oh, that just sails.
Yep, little wind.
Sails on him right over.
That wind is going to be a factor a little bit, I think, if they want to throw. Now, it wasn't on the central throw. It wasn't windy down there, but you could feel it up here. So.
And Uveris was open. They got to get that ball down, and we've seen what he can do once he gets that ball tucked and runs. He is a bowling ball. All right, that'll make it 2nd. Second and goal at the 15. 9-11 on the stadium score game clock. 7-zip on the scoreboard. Nashua North knocking on the door. That's a nice play action pass. Oh, almost a beautiful one-handed catch. Dylan Noble had to make a pirouette move almost. He went 360. Got himself up in the air, just couldn't come down with that. That wasn't
Noble.
That was Tyson Hong
again. That was
again.
Hong again, right, exactly.
Trying to give him a reward after he got his touchdown wiped off. Again, folks, it's very difficult to see these numerals.
We got a central player down.
Yeah.
But that was, and no offense to the height issue, but that was a play where if you had a kid 6'2", you're able to get the catch.
Sure.
So, and we've got, let's see, here's the replay. See, he's got to jump up way high. Possibly if he stayed with the ball and kept running, he might have been able to haul that in.
All right. Well, it's the pink shoes, maybe.
Here it is again. Watch.
Yes.
See, if he keeps going instead of leaping, he might make the catch because he had 2 steps to make.
All right. Wow. Pretty well banged up is John Deng. He's made a couple of good.
Johnson of Dan Young back at the studio. All right.
Yeah, Deng's made a couple of real good.
That must mean that he finished grilling the hamburgers and he's all done. So, so that's good.
He's in some considerable pain. I think he rolled that ankle on himself. Yep. That never feels good. All right, it's 3rd and 15.
Again, depth, right? Depth.
Right.
It's going to be an issue for some teams week 3, by week 3.
And he's been making interior tackles all night long, and he's a big kid. That's a loss.
3rd and
goal. 3rd and goal from the 15. Nice roll out to the right. He got him underneath. Big hit to finish the play.
And now it's going to set up a 4th and goal.
Like Josh Sullivan on a reception for Nashua North. That'll set up a 4th down and goal.
So Connor comes in because he's the better thrower, I think. I mean, maybe possibly,
Well, and that was Sullivan. There's another one of those conscripted hoops players for Coach Zabolis. They got athletes all over these slot and the wings, and just got to connect the ball. All right, that'll force them into attempt 3.
And they are going to go for a field goal. Let's see.
They'll put it down at the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard attempt.
Let's see who the kicker is. Central jumping up and down. High snap. I think it's going to be good. And it is.
That was a great boot right there. So, after that field goal at the 8:51 mark, Titans creep a little closer, 7-3 on their home field on opening night. Tom, how was the vibe down on the field tonight?
Oh, I think the vibe was that they're very happy with the way they played physically. They just need to be able to break a couple plays. And the vibe is, as Krulikowski goes, so goes the defense.
Well, I mean, we saw him.
He is a beast.
Yeah,
he's got speed. He moves around very
strong
well.
as an ox.
Strong, hits hard, the whole bit. I mean, he's the. I said to one of the assistant coaches, I said, would I be wrong if I didn't say that he's your best overall football player, just football player?
Sure.
And he said, definitely.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
Affirmative. Yeah. But we watched it. He was a one-man defensive stand on that last drive.
Wreaked havoc in the background, and Manchester Central's quarterback had a chance at a first down on a play, and he ran out of bounds because he didn't want to get hit by Krulikowski.
Gotcha.
It was obvious. Nice kick.
That's a good kick by Raposo. Handled backside, getting it out past the 25 where gang tackle happens.
That's a good kick because you allow your coverage to get down there.
They got underneath it.
And of course, it's different. We're watching the traditional kickoff. We're not watching the pro kickoff, which is crazy.
All right, after that 8-yard return, the Central Little Green will set up shop at the 26-yard line. First down and 10. 8:43 on the clock, and up 7-3.
Halftime in Malden, Massachusetts. Nashua South leads Malden Catholic 21-13.
That's pretty good. They were down 7-zip early.
Josh Porter is very happy to have Malden Catholic and Bedford to start the season back-to-back because he thought last year by the time that they hit Bedford in the season late, they were blowing everybody away. They weren't challenged.
And they're getting beat up.
And so he wants them challenged now.
That's a real good bubble shot out there to Taylor Galinas again.
Yep.
Who he's a one-man wrecking crew in his own right, and nicely designed play to get out of the gate. Looked like they picked up 8. Yeah, they mark it down at the 34-yard line. That'll be second down and 8 at 8:20. Tom King.
Good pass, a quick out.
Yeah.
Positive yardage.
Well, not a whole lot the D could do to react on that. If you want to bring everybody up in the box, you leave yourself a lot of acreage behind you, and they've got fast flankers, as we've seen. All right, second down and 2. Little Green, nice little pitch outside, and we got flags flying.
I wonder if that is a face mask on that play, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
It's a hold on, early indication was a hold on the interior line there.
We've spotted it. The back judge called it. So
well, he left no doubt.
Just anytime you see the arms out on a tackle, you wonder if it's a legal tackle or not.
Yeah. So it's a spot foul. The flag lies at the 35-yard line, so they'll walk him back 10 from right there. So that'll put the ball down at the 25-yard line, and that'll give them.
Believe it or not, they get credit for a yard on offense on that play.
Yeah,
I hate the spot call.
Well, no, we'll put it to a vote later, and
I lose every time. You kidding me?
All right, 11 yards to go. Second down from the 25-yard line, and a couple times after good gains, we've seen Central get walked back on some devastating holding calls. Oh, look at that gang jailbreak. That one floats because of the hit in the backfield. And wow, good rotation over. And kind of tracking that down like a center fielder was Josh Sullivan right there.
Well, that's one of those passes where your receiver turns into your defensive back, right?
Sullivan, we saw him leap.
He's got to prevent the interception on that play.
Well, and Sullivan's got the hoops hops, Tom. And he got up in the air. Thought he was going to come down with that. Just got away from him. 7:36. The clock stops after the incomplete pass. Third down and 12. Ball's on the 25. All right. With third down, that's their second third down and 12 in 2 series. We'll see what they got in store this time.
I think if they hit a quick shot over the middle, they have a chance. There's a lot of wide
old school I formation there.
Yeah, that's playing it.
Got the lefty quarterback. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, no doubt, there's Krulikowski, Tom King, right on cue.
See, that's why. Get the ball away from him. So what you want to do is you want to slant it over the middle and get a quick hit. That's what they need to do. You cannot let Krulikowski be part of the play. and you pass the ball forward over the quick slant, he's not part of the play unless he runs you down from behind.
Well, last time they got somebody underneath in that slant and wide open because Krulikowski was reacting to play action.
Yep.
So they ought to think about that one again. All right, 4th down and 14, and at the 6:54 mark. And you see the 3 wide receivers, right side, near side of our camera.
Wait a minute. They got to be kicking it. Oh, yeah. No, he's not. He's not kicking it.
It's an interesting play call. So deep into your own territory when you've got
That is not what you want to do. I don't understand that play at all.
Yeah, it might have been busted, but you've got. It's almost like they didn't realize it was 4th down, Tom.
You can't put a kid in that situation. Okay? You could see how confused he was. Or was that 3rd down? No, it's not. That was 1st and 10 for North. Yep.
Wow.
That's a weird play.
So I've never seen us see a vote on whether it was 1st down or not. Okay.
Well, you know why? Because we just didn't understand the call. What was he doing? Why?
And plus you got.
Why would you be doing that?
You got Taylor Galinas, who's got a big leg back there.
Exactly.
All right.
That's going to cost them.
Well, maybe they don't like Dylan Noble as a punt returner. So anyway.
You take your chances instead of having to have all that yardage.
All right, first and 10 at the 30. Right, jumping offside was one of the linemen. It looked like Joshua Doman. He jumped the gun out of the gate too fast.
See, that's what a play like that does, right?
Rattles you.
It throws you off kilter completely. What was Ryan Ray thinking? Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that. Maybe he didn't line up in the back. Maybe he was supposed to move further back to kick it. Whatever. Why do it in the first place? Set up in punt formation and boot the ball out of there.
Plus, Galinas can kick it a mile.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Okay, 5-yard penalty on that offsides. That'll make it 1st down and 5 at the 20-yard line. Titans knocking on the door one more time. And there's that interior line play that we were talking about at the beginning of the game, Tom.
Yeah, the door just slammed right there.
Big time rush. This time after he jumped offside, Doman leads the charge, and they just collapse that play. No gain. 2nd down and 5 for the Titans. 6:11 on the clock. 7-3 on your scoreboard as we wind through more than halfway through our
I'll go with Oshie.
second period here at Stellos Stadium.
I'll go with him, just running the ball. They couldn't stop it. And then North got away from it.
Well, Harrison Joshi claps him up.
Yeah, he's right
there. Here comes Gray going in motion again.
He
faked off. And that just,
see?
Yep.
See? You can't stop it. They haven't proved that they can stop it yet. You keep doing it.
Well, what they're doing right there, that fake jet sweep right there to a very speedy Gray, that just opened up like a can opener, opened up the interior of that line. And props to North's linemen. They're sealing off that gap. Nicely done. 1st down, 5:40 on the clock.
They're going to go get him with it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Can't stop it.
There he goes.
There he goes. He rolls that.
That time they did. All right, now they've proven they can stop it. You know what I do with him? Take the ball, go left, a lot of space, just keep running until somebody throws you down. Yep. I guarantee you 5 yards automatic.
And big old Javion Beckles clogged that thing up
out
of the gate.
Instead, he made the mistake of running into the crowd. Don't run into the crowd. Run away from the crowd. Go to the left.
Another Tom King truism.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
It's not complicated.
2nd and 12. Ball's on the 17-yard line. Joshi winds up to throw, finds right side. And that's a big gang tackle right there, about the 10-yard line. I think they give him to the 9. And again, there's Taylor Galinas leading the charge. Boy, that kid is all over the field tonight.
That's a play where your receiver has to make the play. He makes the catch, then you depend on him for the yardage.
Well, as good an athlete as Josh Sullivan is, I tell you what, Galinas is ferocious. He's their answer to Krulikowski on that side. Terrific football player.
They get 3 out of it. They're 3 or 4. They were looking for more. 3rd down.
All right, 3rd down and about 4. Oh, that's a good Boy, going off tackle left right there and cradling the ball with both hands is Uveris. That's a good run. That'll push it over the line to gain. It looks like we'll wait for the refs to make that call. Yeah, it'll be,
it should be a
first and goal at the 3-yard line after
yep.
a nice run and a nicely designed blocking scheme right there.
Quarterback's going.
Looks like Zabolis is going to talk it over, huh?
Yep. I thought they were going to fake it and run.
Excuse me.
It
is a timeout, Manchester Central.
I just want to see number 12 get in the end zone because I think he deserves it for all the work he's done to run the ball. Joshi, if he takes the ball and puts 1 foot to the right and then turns and goes left, I guarantee you he's going to get yardage.
Well, we have seen that Joshi, I mean, we saw all that athleticism that he's got on display last year.
Now, I'm looking at the replay. He was a straight handoff, but I think he kept the ball. I don't think he actually handed it off. So, and now they called timeout, and they're going to talk it over.
Doesn't happen very often, but we're 4 minutes on the dot remaining in the second period time.
This is Zach Harris's call. Chad Zabolis lets his coordinators do the work. It's Harris on offense, Kyle Tave on defense.
When in doubt, delegate, right, Tom?
That's, you know, he always lets that. And
who are we going to go delegate to get some truck food at halftime?
we got cookies down there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Exciting play. First and goal at the 4-yard line. One in the backfield. Hands straight off to the bowling ball. Clogged up, but he picks up 3. That'll bring it down to first and goal on the 1-yard line,
Is that
Tom.
Noble? Down to the 1-inch line, basically.
Second and goal from inside the 1.
Yeah, Noble's one. He's a tough kid. He hits that hole hard.
Their runners are tough. I mean, Noble, Oliveris.
All right. Second and goal on the 1. Joshi gets them all set, hands it off to Noble, and that's a nice defensive play. Wrapped up ferociously inside by Carson Salvi.
At the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Gain on the play. That'll set up a 3rd down and goal for the Titans.
That was a big time clog and hit right there.
He lost a yard on that, I think. Should be 3rd and goal.
They got the nose of the ball on the 1, so they gave it to him. It did look like he lost a yard though, Tom.
3rd and goal at the 1. He was inside the 1. Now he's back to the 1. So let's see here. Again.
Try that same formation. All you need is and he's moving early, Noble. Well, I tell you, had a little bobble right there by Joshi, and that set Noble into motion.
I don't know if that was Noble. I have to see the number.
On the Titans, that'll back him up 5
I think that was Oliveris.
They'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, these numerals are difficult to see.
They are.
Yeah, it was Uveris.
Yeah, it was Uveris.
Sorry, folks.
Here's the play right here. Watch him. Right, he's behind the quarterback.
Well, and you see the initial
back at the 7-yard line.
You see the initial head
well,
bobble.
That's the hit. That's the play previously.
Yeah.
This is the penalty, and there's the movement right there. There's the step.
Oh, that's a good hard run.
Oliveris, 2nd effort, maybe a 3rd effort.
Uveris is the human bowling ball. We've called him that a few
yep.
times tonight. 242.
Uveris just went right through. Looked like he was going to be stopped, but like you said, tough runner, wasn't going down. Here's the play right here.
Yeah, the 4th time was the charm. How do you gain
We're going to watch it.
a touchdown? You lose 5
There's
yards.
the play right there. See, watch. Boom, boom.
Wow, he ran right over his lineman.
Exactly.
That was a good job right there. I tell you, Sebastian Simoneau, big kid himself. All right, in to do the honors is Marco Raposo. Excuse me, I can't even read my own chicken scratch. And he's got a good leg. He knuckles it up, splits the uprights, tack on 1, make it 10-7. Again, Nashua North, they were trailing most of this first half, Tom. 7-zip. And on the strength of a field goal by Raposo, he adds one, and now we are at 10-7, 2:42 on the clock in the first half. Opening night, Tom.
That Wicked Tasty touchdown was brought to you by the Wicked Tasty.
Central with the big play, but they haven't done anything since. But that is a result of a horrible fourth down punting situation.
Say what you really feel, Tom.
Horrible.
Okay.
I will after the game.
Well, you are an investigative reporter, so we'll
will
wait
ask
for the
him-
story to
I will
come
ask
out
him, what were you
in the
thinking,
Telegraph.
Ryan? What were you thinking, Ryan Day?
Goodness gracious me, oh my,
That
as
was
Keith
just-
Jackson used to say.
Even if the player didn't execute the way it was supposed to go, because he froze,
Yeah.
why put him in that situation? Just line him back and kick the ball.
Well, lining it up to kick the ball is Raposo one more
I
time.
fed you right there.
He's got 4 points,
There you go,
courtesy of
Rich.
his field goal.
Fed it
you,
right to you.
you give me a softball there, my
Exactly.
man. There we go.
2:42 left in the half, 10-7 in favor of the Titans.
All right,
Halftime down in Malden, as we said. South is up.
little knuckler. That's going back in traffic. That's
Oh.
hard to handle. That thing spins at 100 miles an hour, and the big fella rotating back couldn't handle it initially, but stays with Little Green, and they will line it up from about the 31 and a half yard line, first down and 10. 2:38 with which to work, Tom. What are we going to see here? I think we're going to see a lot of
I think we're going to see the ball go in the
Drake
air.
Jameis. Yeah.
The ball's going to go in the air.
They were doing a great job early on with the run game, and that set up the play action. We'll see if we can revisit that.
The busted coverage set it up, the play action on the busted coverage as they bid on the run on the play action for the touchdown. But Central's got to come up with something because.
All right, the very fast Cody England's split way wide left, but he's marked up by Dylan Noble, who's got jets of his own right there. First down and 10 for the Little Green, now trailing 10-7. Here comes Jameis, handles the ball. The lefty looks it up, breaks down, and oh, that was just a short hop.
Bouncer.
Couldn't handle that one. It was off the turf, and he was sliding away from it because he had to plant, gather himself, and then readjust, and that was Galinas again.
I'll tell you what. Chad Zabolis and Kyle Tate have got to be happy with that pass rush. I mean, even Kulikowski wasn't in there. Someone else was rushing. Looked like number 52 for Nashua.
Again, hard to spot these numerals.
That would have been Nicholas Jerzak, the senior. And they were right on top of him and chasing him. It has not been an easy pocket.
All right, after the incomplete, it's second down and 10. Only a few seconds ticked away, 2:30 on the clock. Again, Little Green have been up 7 most of this first half, find themselves down 10-7 deep into our second quarter on opening night. High snap, handled by the lefty, bubble outside.
Nope. Double pass.
And look at, I tell you what, Noble coming up, forcing the edge. Great job. He's not the biggest dude on the roster, but boy, he plays hard. So look like a 5-yard gain, 38-yard line. They'll go third down and 5 as we wind down toward the 2-minute mark.
But there's no
Ref still figuring it out.
No 2-minute warning in high school football.
Well, we can warn everybody.
That's true. We can try.
Third down and a long 4. Again, ball's at the nose of the ball is at the 38-yard line as we are under 2 now. Rolling down the 140 mark, and Central taking its time. They don't want to leave too much time on the clock for the Titans, who have found their momentum. Huge rush by Denzel Delgado, the honorable mention of player.
He got away. He got away.
Somehow.
That's amazing. How did he get away?
That's incredible. His jersey is covered with WD-40 almost. He found a way to get outside.
Okay. It's fourth down. It's fourth down, Central. Do you have a punter?
But now we have a punter. But the clock stopped with 1:26 now.
That's not good because that gives them more time to think about it.
Well, you do have a punter, and this kid Galinas gets it done. He's got a big boot, strong tackler, and he's a good runner when he gets in space and inside. All right, it's about 13 yards deep, 1:26 on the clock. It's stopped after that incompletion to bring up 4th down. And Titans do have some time now.
Boom.
There's a big kick. That one's in front of Noble. Nice, he plays the hop and he plays that miss. Oh, and he rotates back of his own. There's why he's so quick.
Yep, but there's defenders there.
And he rolls away. Pretty good tackle downfield by Cole Preston.
He entertained us on the play.
That was exciting.
It was
exciting.
But see, that's why, again, that should have been the play 2 series ago.
Tom, you let it go.
No, I can't. I just hate it when strange calls are made like that.
All right, well, the Titans, with 1:11 after that Noble return.
Well, let's see.
They're at the 28-yard line. They got a big kicker of their own, so let's see what they can do with that field. They have they have 2 timeouts remaining. That's a good flare.
O'Connor.
Yep, getting it outside. Good job. Sean Burris makes that call. Didn't his father, doesn't he have some DNA, Sean Burris? Yeah, but we saw him last year. Good athlete. All right, you got pairs on each side of the lineup here. Nice, yet another one.
Yeah, it worked the first time. So
push him downfield, make him come up in coverage if you can.
And he gets out of bounds.
And Diaz makes another tackle. He's made a lot of them tonight. But that's a cagey play. They've only chewed up 10 seconds.
10 seconds. And that's how you do it.
Yeah, they're paying the price for it. I mean, they're 10 yards back in coverage. Now they're a little bit shallower this time. And you got trips right. Interesting coverage. Nobody in the slot. Okay, rotating over. They're almost baiting him. Ooh.
Wow.
It looked like kind of a sail route.
Well, the pass rush all of a sudden got to O'Connor. He knew he had to release it right away.
And I'll tell you, Sean Burris was at the second level of that sail route, and he was open. I was saying they weren't covering the slot out of the gate.
Everybody froze.
You got to read that one.
Yeah, you do.
All right, 53-9. Incomplete. Make it 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's enough time with which to work if you're the Titans, but they got to figure out where those open receivers are. All right, this time you got trips near left. Going in motion is Long.
Whoa, watch it.
That's could be holding, no dice.
Off his back foot.
And Noble is open, and here comes Galinas this time. He rotates over, picks it off at the 25-yard line, has a head of steam, and he gets it all the way into Titan territory. They mark him out at the 47.5-yard line. Tom King, 42 seconds. Little Green has 1 timeout, but they got great field position and a chance.
As I saw him make the throw, what did I say? Off his back foot. What happens when you throw off the back foot?
It floated, buddy.
It floats.
Yep.
Got to step into the throw, and he was pressured. So that was the difference. So they're going to say where he went out of bounds. That's the interesting part. He went out of bounds, should be the 45.
Well, they say his first step hit the chalk at the 47-yard line. Well, that was a good play. I mean, this kid has made plays all over the field tonight. MVP performance so far.
Him versus Kulikowski, really, right? That's what we're looking at.
Hey, Kulikowski didn't have a field goal, or extra point, excuse me. All right, here we go. Got an I formation set up at the 47. That's a big, right on cue, Tom King. There's your man.
I think Kulikowski is winning that battle.
Kulikowski 5-0.
The beast.
And they call timeout after a big sack right there. That was an 8-yard loss. And that takes them back into their own territory, backs them up to the 45-yard line, 33.4 on the clock, and now staring at Long to go. Wow, Tom. I mean, nobody put a glove on him. If there's one guy you got to find, he's wearing number 50.
You've got to block him every play. You've got to make him out of the play. You throw the ball away from him. You try to get him engaged elsewhere.
Yeah, you've got to find those keys when you come up to that line.
You see, that's what I always say. A good football team usually has someone where when you come to the line of scrimmage, you have to see where that defender is.
Well, that's got to be the QB saying 5-0, 5-0. He was stepping up from his right linebacking position early and then often. And, you know, as he always does, number 5-0 makes big plays when the Titans need it most.
27-13, Walden Catholic trailing Nashua South.
South off to a real good start.
Yep.
They advertised they could be there in the final weekend. They could.
I'll be off to an even better start if I go down there and get a few more cookies at halftime for the mother load.
All right, 45-yard line, 2nd and 18.
Oh,
and
starting right
and
away.
we're jumping.
They jumped.
And yeah, we mentioned him earlier, Cody England. Lots of speed, but he had speed way too early on that one. That'll walk him back 5 more. And boy, you make that big play in return, all of a sudden you're going backwards, Tom. So what they're probably
about.
debating whether he was drawn offside. And it's
got to be offside.
It's procedure.
He just took right off. He wasn't near anybody. He just took right off. I'm watching it again. He's on the edge.
Plain as day.
He's on the edge. No one's moving on the other side of the ball.
I think the only debate was whether there encroachment early.
I just saw it in on our delay here live on the screen. So he was on the end, and there was no.
He was just ready to go down that seam right there.
There was no movement. No one jumped. No one did anything.
They must have called it for him.
Probably.
All right, 33.4 after a couple losses in a row. It is 2nd and 23. They've backed up 13 yards from the original line of scrimmage, and they're at the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line, that is. There's a play action, and the lefty sprints out. Big arcing throw, double coverage downfield. Good job, but you take your shot. You want to take your shot, you chew up a little bit of time.
I got to see that. I'd love to have seen that from the end zone.
From the end zone.
Because I thought that ball was delivered pretty well.
Well, Noble was back there.
I'll watch it again on regular speed. He was double covered, but he was behind the defense. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. I'm watching it. Heaves it down. That's a great arm.
Yeah, that was Sullivan on coverage.
He was about 2 yards away from the ball, so I thought it might have gone through his hands, but no.
So you got all the hoops players back on defense right now.
Oh yeah, you want height back there.
All right, so do we call timeout? Yes or no? He's got all 3. They stopped the clock at 19 with the chance that they'd get the ball back with some good field position if you get a knuckled kick or even a punt block.
Or even a fake punt.
Well, it's 4th and a country mile. I don't know how much faking we want to do with 19 seconds on the clock.
19 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm not going to say anything, Rich.
Oh, you're still there.
I'm not going to say a word.
You're in your special place right now.
I'm not going to say a word.
But look, Galinas goes way back. He's going to boot that away. And again, we've seen him, that big leg punts it way high. And they need him to deliver right now. Maybe knuckle it down one side or the other and let your fellas run down around it. And don't give Noble a chance to show those jets that he possesses, not to mention those fancy moves in traffic that springs him loose pretty regularly. All right, 19 seconds on the clock, 4th and 21. And in punt formation for the moment, the Manchester Central Little Green. And Noble is all alone back there, and they're going to call TO. Oh, we got a flag on the field. And we got offside, neutral zone infraction. That'll advance the ball 5 yards. That'll put it outside. That'll at the
47.
Be on the 46, 47-yard line, exactly.
Still, hopefully that doesn't. I say hopefully, just from the coach's standpoint, that it doesn't change Ryan Day's mind to try to go for it. Because you've got a long way to go. But your special teams here for North can make something happen.
Well, this is the fellow who can get it done, wearing number 1 back there.
kick it away.
Here comes a big rush attempt. That's a good punt.
They kick it right.
That's
going to
cause some problems. Just get away from it. Yep. You just call fire or whatever your call is back there.
Value of a good leg with your punter.
And that was a nice job of almost laying an egg down there. That winds it all the way down to 5.4 seconds.
So now you better take a knee and go in.
Just when they need it, they got a 44-yard boot, Tom King. So they'll take a knee, and that'll wind us out.
You would hope.
You're still there, my man. What do you say? Turn them loose? Throw the ball? Coach Roby doesn't think so. He's emphatic N-O, all caps, with exclamation points. And they got 3 fellas behind them on either side of them, so we know what they're doing. Snap it to the H-back and see what happens. No.
Yep.
All right, well, I tell you what, entertaining first half, 10-7 score. Brady O'Connor takes a knee. That'll wind us out. Again, Central was up 7-0 for a lot of that first half, Tom. And Central and Nashua North woke up.
They got the field goal, and then they got the gift, and it turned it into 7 points.
All right, for Tom King and everybody at Nashua TV, one half in the books. 10-7 for the hometown North Titans. Rich McDonough for Nashua ETV. We'll see you on the other side of halftime, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field is the Titan Marching Band. The band director is Kristen Olson. The assistant band director is Liz Nault. Kevin Swift and Liz Nault are the drill instructors. Liam Quinn is the percussion instructor. The Titan Band is led on the field by drum majors Faye Jones and Marie Nayland. This year's show is North by Night. The songs include Mr. Blue Sky, Rhythm of the Night, Spirit in the Sky, and Saturday Night's All Right. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the show, the Nashua North Marching Band.
Hi, Coach Austin.
Authorized personnel only. I bet you that's not me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Nashua North Titan Marching Band.
Hey everybody, welcome back from our halftime show. This is Rich McDonough along with Tom King for Nashua ETV's presentation of Division I football. As we start out our first Friday night of the season, we had an entertaining first half, Tom King. Back and forth, and but it was Central dominating, or not dominating, but leading for most of that first half until North kind of righted the ship in the last 10 minutes there.
Well,
Tom.
they use special teams, right? They use special teams, they get the field goal, and from what we were told, they thought, I take it the player was the one who made the mistake, thinking it was third down on what we thought was a fake punt.
Right.
And you're right, though. They should call timeout. Someone should know what's going to see that. But
first game for coaches, too.
Yeah, that's just it. It was just mass confusion. And what North did was it led to a North touchdown. And, you know, Yelaveris
It's also a psychological.
barrels his way into the end zone.
It's also a psychological shift when something like that
Well, we
happens.
saw Central the next series. They were still out of sync,
You're right.
you know. But yardage-wise, North's got 125 total yards to 96 for Central.
And
most of Central's yardage is in the air.
And on that
one
first
pass,
drive,
on
right,
that-
exactly.
On that long touchdown pass.
Yeah, 90% of it was on their opening drive where they went the distance. But yes, it was a 44-yard touchdown pass. And there you go. That's almost half their yardage on one play. And
North's got 84 yards on the ground, and 45 of it is by Oliveros.
yeah, he's a good runner,
So-
human demolition machine. But on the other side of the football, Mr. Krulikowski can play ball.
He's
He
in
was
on
why.
every defensive play, and I think what Central's got to do is they've got to find a way to negate him. And I don't mean by blocking him, because I don't think that's going to happen. Whoever blocks him is just going to get tossed aside. What they're going to have to do is run the plays away from him.
Or just do some play action, get him. You know, he's so aggressive.
Freeze him, do something. It worked one time on the
Just the
touchdown
once,
pass,
yeah.
Right.
And also on their underneath route because he bit on the play action. That's what you got to do. I mean, he's so aggressive, but he's also IQ, so he's going to read that a lot. But all you need are a couple plays like that, especially in a tight game, Tom King.
Yep, that's all you do.
Speaking of tight games, it's not a tight game with South beating up on Malden Catholic 33-13 in the fourth quarter. Same thing with Bishop Girton apparently leading Pathfinder Vocational Tech 28-zip as they were headed toward halftime, Tom. But here we got a close one to start the season. Entertaining first half.
10-7 halftime, already underway to start the second half with the kickoff.
Oh, we got a fresh boot. We got a fresh kicker right there. And that's a big, long boot. It goes all the way into the end zone. And the big fella there, we don't even see a 40 on the roster here. So we can't tell. Again, those are silver numerals against white jerseys, and it's almost impossible to see unless you're an Eagle, you know. 12 minutes fresh. Third quarter starting up. First Friday night of our openings.
Probably how they want it. Make it tough for the opposing team.
Well, I'll tell you, I coached lacrosse for years, including at Hollis Brookline, and Winnicunnet, they had red numerals on blue jerseys, and you could never scout them.
There you go.
It was a good rollout, but Real sniffed it out and forcing that a nice edge play right there. That looked like England, Cody England, on that DN position.
And that was O'Connor, I believe, at quarterback.
Yeah, it was O'Connor. England, yeah, he was on the DN, on the edge. That's a 7-yard loss on first down. Make it at 7. Back them up 7, so it's first and 17
And North
at
has
the
one
13.
turnover. They have the interception that did not come back to hurt them.
Right.
And that was late in the half.
You wonder if did something happen to Galinas. He showed that he can get that job done as a kicker there.
Oh!
Bobbling catch. Almost disastrous right there.
Almost. Because if it bounces off him or is stripped away from him, that's 6 points.
Well, I think O'Connor threw that real early, and when he did his hitch, it hit him right in the shoulder pad, the plastic on the chest, and bounced away. But pretty good hand speed to corral that one.
And you get some of those yards back, a lot of them.
Yeah, he got 6 of
yard
it back,
gain,
so
yeah.
3rd and 11 at the 19-yard line, 10:40 on the clock here.
Connor's got lots of time.
Noble is wide open.
Underthrew him.
Yeah, he underthrew him. Dylan Noble probably could have sat down on that route a bit because he did carry himself right into defensive coverage. Nevertheless,
But
incomplete, and
here's the play right here.
Yeah, and
that's the play earlier.
That's the bobbling catch
right, yep.
by Sullivan.
We're looking at it. We're about a play behind with the TV we have at the press box. But if you're North, what do you take from that play? I take the fact that O'Connor had tons of time to throw the football.
It was
He had
good blocking.
Great protection, deep in his own territory.
All right, back to punt are the Titans up into the night sky there, and it kind of loses. It dies. It gets to the top of that arc, and then knuckles away outside. Look about the 43-yard line.
This is another thing that I've noticed with Central. What did they do that really set up their pass in that first few series? They ran the football.
They ran the football. They ran effectively.
Central needs to get back to running the ball if they want to do anything.
I'll tell you that Nashua North band is walking by us, and they're all smiles.
They
did a good job tonight. Really sounded terrific.
They couldn't wait to get going, right?
Hey, they played Spirit in the Sky. All right, 1st down and 10 after that knuckling punt is short. Massive student body left and right, and they put 4 guys out to the left side. Snap back to Galinas. That's a beautiful gadget play, and Galinas can run. We already knew that, and he goes tearing through the holes on the far side, and that'll move the. That's a really nice play design to get out of the half.
Yep, Owen Taylor Galinas, number 3.
And I got to tell you, something like that can re-energize a team when it's executed correctly. And I think they were kind of lacking some energy in that second quarter, Tom, and this is a good way to do it.
15-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 25.
Yep. 10:20 on the clock after Galinas was knocked out of bounds. He has been a one-man show for this Central team tonight, Tom. Good player. They start with pairs on the left, and they rotate them all the way back over, and near side is Galinas, camped out about the 25-yard line. And what does that do? That theoretically opens up the interior of defense, but not when you got the big fella inside.
Exactly.
All right, so a couple inches on 1st down. Move it up about half a yard, let's say. So 2nd down and a long 9 as we hit the 10-minute mark here in our 3rd. And North continues to lead 10-7. Interesting alignments out of the gate here. We do it again, lots of motion. Got a single flanker near side. High snap, but he handles it nicely. And that little beat sometimes causes the defense to come out of where it slots and it's force plays. And that opened up a big gap left side. And we've seen that he's a talented runner once he gets going. That's a good 5-yard plus pickup there, and it's 3rd and 4. Ball's just inside the 20, call it the 19-yard line. 9:10 on the clock.
I think if you're going to throw the ball, throw it to the right side in the flat where there's some space.
All right, Galinas just all alone in the backfield, trying to do the honors one more time.
Another high snap. He's going to run it. Nope, no room. The high snap took him right out of his rhythm. Gave North time to set the defense and shift to the left. He ran it right.
Yeah, I said it was Galinas. It was Trevor Gray.
Trevor Gray, number 1, I think, right?
Galinas at his size would have had an easy pickings right there.
No kidding.
In that high snap.
Yep.
Nevertheless, it falls short, becomes 4th down and 4.
He ran a long way for nothing.
Yeah, ball still planted at the 19-yard line. as we hit 8:19 on the clock here.
Yeah, do they have a kicker? Probably
They do.
not.
Galinas can boot.
But
th-
can, but he can do a place kick.
But that would be a 42-yard boot
Well,
with that river air.
Just that.
And they got some confusion here. I bet you they're going to have to call timeout,
Yeah,
get
they
things
are.
settled
Good
down.
call there, Rich. They do have to
No,
call
I
timeouts.
stole that one from Coach Roby.
Yeah.
But I coached forever. I would have called timeout there too.
So what would Coach Roby do here? Would he kick the field goal or would he go for it? Got a guy with a foot. That's a good choice. That's number 3. Coach Roby's going to go for it to play field position.
There we Spoken like a pro. Jason Roby, longtime ball coach here, our pal and my partner in crime from time to time.
Yeah, spoken like a wussy coach.
Oh, it's getting roasty hot.
Writing about it, I was in the trenches doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Finally, the microwave is roasting here. And,
And I was writing about you slipping up in the trenches.
Tom King adding Roastmaster General to his bevy of jobs that he does throughout Nashua and New Hampshire. All right, big play right here, 4th down and 4. Rich McDonough and Tom King.
They're going for it.
And look what Jason Roby. We're going to Vegas with that
They
clairvoyance
are
there, my
going
man.
for it.
All right, at least they're showing it, but they've got trips left. Coming in motion. Oh, that motion on that inside sweep, sniffed out in a hurry. Great job by Uveris. And you can hear the enthusiasm from Coach Roby as he announced that one and diagnosed it,
Yeah,
taking credit for it all the way.
He should be enthused because he made the wrong call.
They said they were going to go for it. They said they were going to get it.
Well, you got a 50-50 because you said what you would do
Right.
and what you believe they would do.
Say what play I would have run.
Jason Roby is awesome up here, and he does an amazing job as a PA guy. I man the PA here at Stellos Stadium frequently for
As
BG
he
games.
says, he is undefeated as a public address announcer.
All right, whatever, all that hubbub. We got 1st and 10, balls on the 21-yard line, 7:48 on the clock.
And I didn't see who ran the ball in that play.
That's that little inside speed sweep. It looked like Delgado might have been the. Nope, it's Tyson Huang again.
That was number 5. Yeah, Tyson Wong.
He's quick, but boy, he got shut down. That was some excellent lateral pursuit along the line by the Central defense, and they got a shaken up player. Looks like number 9. I can't quite tell. Cesar Flan would be number 9 if it is he who is down. And then we got a Nashua North player down, trainer checking his knee. So it is Cesar Flan for Central. Can't get the number on the Titan injury right there. But we stand at 7:23 on the clock here at Stellos Stadium. North continues to lead 10-7 after being down 7-zip, as we said, for most of that first half, Tom. And they got that field goal. They got a Uveris plunge from the 4-yard line after they were on the inch line, and they took
And that was a bullish run. I mean, he
yeah.
just pulled his way right in.
But they had that motion penalty, backed him up 5 yards. That just gave him more room to pick up a head of steam. And when that kid gets a head of steam, he got a great defense mechanism like Christian Okoye did. You don't dare tackle him. All right, a few small repairs going to the sideline. Fingers crossed for everybody. Down, that was Tyson Wong, who was down for the Titans. He's getting some attention on the sidelines there. And again, we're at 2nd and 11 after that loss right there. Back in the backfield for the Titans is Harrison Joshi. Had himself a real good slugfest running in that first half, Tom. All right, he's got one in the backfield. Now they reset. They get a couple orders from coach.
You can tell this is the first game of the season.
Snap right back to him. He goes up the 2 gap right there. Gets himself a few yards on 2nd and 11. We'll wait for the refs to mark it down. It looks like they're going to
most
put the
productive offensive play of the night, except for the 26-yard run by.
And he picked up
by
4.
Rivera's.
Nose of the ball's at the 23-yard line. We're going to call it 3rd and 8 for you. 6:45 on the clock here in our 3rd period. Again, Rich McDonough, Tom King, along for the ride with our executive producer, DJ P.D.P. Johnson, Dan O'Neill on the comp.
They're going to have to throw.
Tim O'Neill. I did it
he's
again.
going to turn and get the first down.
Oh my goodness, what shifty play. Harrison Joshi, not
Great
only
run.
does he bring a punch, he's got some shifty moves there.
Yeah, that's been their best offense all night, is with him running the football.
But not before another Nashua North touchdown.
Rivera's good. Oshie just a little bit more productive.
Well, that was a 19-yard blast. Got it all the way out to the 42-yard line.
They each have long runs, so, but that's a big play. 1st and 10 at the 42. And now what that does, Rich McDonough, is that opens up the offense a little bit. Central's got to be wary of what they're going to be looking at. And they're taking the signals and calling it in. And
Sure.
my guess is they're going to stick with Harris and Oshie to
Well,
see Joshi to see what he can do.
Well, he's got a whole lot of
marching
confidence.
down the field.
He's got confidence brimming right now, as he should.
Oh, look at him direct
Yeah, here
traffic.
comes Noble
Yep.
in motion. He follows Noble and turns up the end. Nice seam there, and he puts his head down. And not only has he got those moves, he puts his head down and he drives the tacklers back another 3 yards.
He is a natural runner from the quarterback position.
And-
A bootlegger, the bootleg play is natural for him, and they've run it in practice several times, you can tell.
Well, if he's a bootlegger, bring back the 33rd Amendment. All right, he did pick up exactly 10 yards. That'll move the chains. They're into Central territory. Nose of the football's at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:22 on the clock after that nice run.
If I'm him, I'd dart to the left this time.
Yeah, you got pairs outside nearest our camera. One on the end there, right?
No, not
And
didn't
that was
happen.
nicely sniffed out right there by the entire defensive line for Central. One more time, leading yet another charge is the big fella, Javian Beckles.
See, I think if he takes the ball, he's got a lot of space to his left side, get some blocking, turn it upfield for a good game.
All right, 1 yard loss, 1.5 yard loss,
Let's
we'll
see-
call it.
Let's see what they're looking at.
Ball's at exactly the 50-yard line.
Well,
This
he's
one
gonna
goes
throw it.
snap back, and there's a screen pass coming up. There's my man Sean Burris. He cuts back. Beautiful move by Burris, also showing some power.
Yep.
He's a big, tall, rangy
He is.
receiver.
They're throwing to him.
And I got to give him a lot of credit, Tom. He was in the marching band at halftime,
Wow.
along with Lucas Sisson. I love that.
Yep.
And we got an injury for the Titans down. One of their interior linemen is down.
Cramp.
Looks like Benjamin Laflamme is
It's a
down.
cramp. He had a player take his leg. He pointed to the player, hey, move my leg, stretch my leg for me, will you? It's a cramp.
Yeah, they're working that toe like it's a calf cramp.
Yep.
That field is probably still a little warm from being baked in the sun earlier.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, yesterday and the day before, it was a little bit warmer down there on the field.
You're going to question my
Yes, I
meteorological prowess?
Because there were a lot of clouds out there today.
All right. I did say it was hazy to start the game. And it's not Laflamme. It was David Terrell Lago. The big fella Lago was down on these white numerals, and 8 easily looks like a 0. So forgive me to the Laflamme family. 5:34 on the clock, 10-7 on the board with Nashua driving. And our cheerleading squad's getting a big round of applause from them. They're working hard too. First game of the season for them.
Yep.
And always fun to watch them fly through the air. All right, we'll hit the reset switch
I
after
had
the
to
injury.
wait for them to fly through the air so I could go around them at the end of the first quarter.
Can't have any hazards of the trade out there.
No.
All right, clock resumes moving, 5:20 and counting. Trips right, but in motion comes Bellio. And again, go back to Joshi, following his big fella, splits the seam, gets to the 20, falls down around the 15-yard line. You move those chains, Mr. Joshi, one more time. The guy, big fella at 5'11", 195, he plays like he's 220. And he moves the sticks. They mark him down.
20-yard run.
They mark him down at precisely the 15-yard line.
A 20-yard run for Joshi, and he was able to keep his feet. He was in the end zone.
He could, if he keeps this pace, he's going to flirt with 100 yards tonight. All right, here we go. Do it again, right? Yep. Beautiful seal right there. Yep. Nice job by Uveris.
Good block and got down inside the 10.
That was good by Uveris. He recognized where his assignment was, sealed him off, created that lane. That's Lombardi style right there. Good job, 0. 4:40 on the clock. 5-yard gain on first down. Make it 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. Make it the 9. Nose of the football's just at the 9.
2nd and 4.
Yep, 2nd and 4. Tom King, add mathematician to the book of trades.
I say you keep going with him.
All right, Malden Catholic making some noise. There's 3 minutes left in the fourth. They've cut it from 33-13 to 33-25. South is leading, but that game has tightened up. And we'll get you an update on the BG score when we can. All right, fake to Uveris. Yep, it formed basically a trap formation.
And they're doing it the smart way. Zach Harris knows it works. Keep going with it. Keep going with it. Try to fake it. Give the defense, catch the defense off guard and keep running. If you're going to run the same back, try to figure out different ways to do it. They did that with the fake.
Well, every position right now for Titans blockers, they are absolutely executing their assignments with precision. They're doing a great job.
And that is a timeout on the play because we have an injury, another cramp.
It looks like another cramp, right?
Yep. And it's the time of game where you're going to get those.
Well, the trainer's as busy as the football players about this time.
Yep.
Yep. Praying for cooler weather, right? All right. And again, yeah, Malden Catholic made it a tight game there. We'll get you as many updates as we can. And we just got one that's 35-0. Bishop Girton continuing to pound Vocational Tech, Pathfinder Vocational. 35-0 at the half. Thank you to Stephanie Chimalecki for that update. Fellow BG parent and mother of some great kids herself.
Pathfinder Vocational Tech.
And it looked like this time it was Sebastian Simoneau down with the cramp right there. He gets himself off the field. He looks all right.
He's walking off.
Yep. They get that pistol grip massage gun out there.
I don't think I've ever done an opener in the last, 10 years where there hasn't been a cramping issue for one team or another.
Oh, yeah, it's tough.
Yep.
It's tough. All right, 1st and goal from the 1. 3:57 is the clock.
Who do you think's going to carry the ball here?
I wonder. You got to give the big fella a reward.
Yep.
Well, they surprised us. Give the other big fella a reward. He did a bunch of blocking on that drive. So they share the glory. 16-7. North goes up 9 over Central with an extra point to come. Tom King, that was a bruising drive.
Is that Rivera's? I couldn't tell.
It was Rivera's.
Yep. Yeah, he's got 2 TDs.
He's got both touchdowns from Nashua North, and he is fired up, and he should be. Boy, that was just a pounding drive.
I'm telling you, this all goes back to that horrible play in the first half of Central.
Well, we did get some recon from Trish, from Coach Trish, that they did think it was 3rd down.
Right.
Yeah.
The coaching staff didn't was 3rd down to the player.
I think the player did.
Yeah.
The coaching staff didn't whistle him up.
Right.
I've coached for zillions of years, Tom, as you know, and if you see somebody
wrong,
that out of position, you gotta use one of your 3.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the big leg of Marco Raposo is in. Do the honors, number 24. I can see that much with my old eyes from here. Sets it down at the 10. Up she goes.
And they've got a kicking game.
They do have a kicking game. That thing was high, perfect,
Yeah.
straight as an arrow.
Yep.
Chalk up another one. It is now 10-point spread, 17-7. In a game like this, Tom, that's a lot of points.
A ton of points.
Yeah. 3:47 on the clock in our third quarter. Opening night, Friday night football, Friday night lights. It's always a blast. Rich McDonough here with Tom King for Nashua ETV. Boy, it feels good when football gets going again, doesn't it, Tom?
It does, except it means the end of summer. That's the only bad thing about it.
You got to be a buzzkill.
Yeah, I do.
All right, Nashua North sends its specialty squad in to do the honors. And back deep one more time at Trevor Gray and Cole Preston, speedy flankers. All right, now with their 10-point lead, the Titans are about to turn it loose. With Raposa doing the honors, of course.
So it looks like, well, North will have to do the job. They have the closest game, but it looks, or no, actually, South's got the closest game.
Line
right?
drive,
25.
take it down the 8-yard line. That's Trevor Gray.
Ooh, what a hit.
Number one is Trevor Gray on that return.
Whoa.
And he had a 20-yard return for Trevor Gray. And it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Central.
Ran into Delgado. Boom.
Yeah, you don't want to run into Delgado.
No.
Especially with a head of steam. All right, Central now finds itself down 10 with 3:41 on the clock with which to work in the third quarter.
So North up 10, South up 8, BG up 35, is it?
It was 35 zip at the half, or in the third, or
A team
halftime.
that they found in Pathfinder, a team that they found to play them
At the 11th hour.
literally a couple of weeks ago, you know, maybe right at the start of camp.
Well, they had North Middle on calendar, and that kind of evaporated. All right, that's a good little bubble outside.
No, not quite.
Yeah.
No blocking.
And Galinas, as talented as he is, he couldn't fight through that swarm. Leading the charge is, again, Krulikowski out there. Joining him this time is Kobe Pierre. Excuse me.
Kobe Perry.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
No, it's De La Cruz, my
Oh, it's
bad.
De La
Excuse
Cruz,
me,
okay.
yeah. Waiting for him to show up. Good running back, linebacker, junior. One of those 39 upperclassmen, Tom King, for this Titan squad. And even if you're developing, having that kind of upper class leadership is really important for coach. All right, second down and 8, balls at the 37-yard line. Central had early movement, no call. It was just quick movement. All right, lots of time for Jameis. That's a big shot and a diving grab, it looks like. And yes, he did.
Call it a catch, yes.
Yeah, there's Trevor Gray. We have seen his wheels as a return man, and boy, did he lay out like a soccer goalie to corral that one in. Play of the game. That was a beautiful throw and catch. And we got an injured Central lineman down about the 31-yard line, and he is holding the leg. That doesn't look crampy. It looks like he just rolled something there, Tom.
Yep. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it does not look like a cramp. But who knows? I can't tell for sure.
Like I said, the trainer's been real busy wearing out the rolls of tape here. But after that long throw and catch, which was quick math, 42-yarder, 2:36 on the clock, first and 10 for the Little Green at the 25-yard line. Might it be just what the doctor ordered? Get some momentum out of that one, Tom King.
Could be.
Yep.
Could be. They needed something positive, but the question is, the only long pass they've had, they stalled. I mean, they didn't stall. They scored right away. Anytime they've had another big play, they've stalled.
Yep.
So this is something where they're going to have to figure out what they want to do here. 2:36 left to play, third quarter. Plenty of time left, but it is 17 unanswered points by Nashua North after Central took a 7-0 lead on their first series.
Yeah, Central's got to find some mojo. We do have a cramp, it looks like. They were working that calf. So that's 3 cramps for the big guys in the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
And it looked like Jacoby Sanchez trotting off the field. Or A.J. Dion. Again, those silver numbers out there against those white jerseys. Real tough to pick up when you're 50 yards away.
Game is almost 2 hours old.
Lots of stop time in this one.
A lot of it. Too much.
Speaking of stop
First
time.
football game at Stellos, official football game. I think there have probably been a couple scrimmages here, but first football game at Stellos since the Battle of the Bridge between North and South a year ago at the end of September.
There we go. Oh, that's right. Got that fresh AstroTurf.
Yep.
Only lacrosse season's been played on it. Okay, roll clock, 2:25 and running after the injury stoppage right there. Again, after that big chunk play, 42 yards, 1st and 10 for Central on the 25-yard line. A little bit of play action, a good rollout right there by Jameis.
He's going to run it.
And he's going to run out of turf and run out of time.
Yeah, because he didn't trust the receiver. What the receiver on the far side of the field should have done was once he cut back, is turn around and go back down the field. Because you get the defender to move up, which he did, you might have had an open play.
And it's a friendly side for him because he is a lefty QB. You want to see your guys release and go create something. But all that running for no gain, nose of the ball is exactly where we started at the 25-yard line. And they do move it over to 2nd down. 2:08 on the clock as Jameis went out of bounds. Stopped that clock right there.
Turns and looks at his backfield before he takes the snap.
Oh,
There's
look. Holy cow.
Wow. Just threw it away.
I tell you what, Denzel Delgado just ran over.
I'll tell you what, this North team defensively is ferocious. They really have players who get after it defensively. Now, they may get caught scheme-wise in some wrong situation because the offense finds a hole somewhere, but if they're there to tackle, they're going to make the tackle. Very few missed tackles by Nashua North today.
Right, and when they started turning up the heat after that drive, that initial touchdown drive, they've been in the backfield like every 3rd play, in the backfield, in the grill.
Definitely.
Well, they shed blocks really easily, and they're very physical and aggressive when doing so. Okay, 2:01 on the clock, 3rd down and 10 is the count for yardage. That one sails high, way over the head of Trevor Gray. He made that leaping grab just a few minutes ago. Couldn't get that one. And we got another injury for Central.
Another injury down.
Boy, he's in considerable discomfort right there. And you've got good sportsmanship by Nashua North checking on him. Denzel Delgado.
Cramp.
Another cramp. Another cramp.
Yeah, you can tell by the pain as he's rolling around. He's trying to loosen it up.
And
on his own.
As an athlete, I played D1 lacrosse, and when those things hit, Tom, I mean, they hoit.
I wake up in the morning.
Ouch.
Yeah, and I just scream. I just scream.
You got to increase your Gatorade content,
Tom.
There we go.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
But, it's a humid night. The humidity that we haven't had in a while. It's not stifling. It's cool. It's a September, it's a September humid night, but it's enough to throw these kids off.
Sure.
With their bodies.
Well, that was Javian Beckles hitting the dirt, and he's coming off real gingerly. We talked about it out of the gate, Tom, and as preface, a team with shallow numbers, you get a couple dings and some cramps, and your lack of depth becomes apparent, and it changes your chemistry. Whatever chemistry you had is completely disrupted with 2 or 3 dings, and we're seeing it right now.
Well, 4th down. No one's kicking it. They're going to go.
Boy, after that 42-yard play where Trevor Gray made that beautiful diving catch.
You don't have that room in the field anymore, right? You don't have that kind of room. There's a lot of blue jerseys and not much latitude for Central to move around. They tried to go wide, and North was very good at covering it because they went wide 3 times. Once to the left, twice to the right.
Well, three goose eggs in a row, and it's 4th and 10. $1:57 on the clock in the third here.
Yeah.
And yet another whistle. Boy, Tom, we might finish this game after midnight.
Which means I'll see the sun come up by the time I post the section for NashvilleTelegraph.com.
That means Pete Johnson is going to pay us for 2 days of work. He just shrugged his shoulders. Not happening. But I'm back at it calling field hockey. Bishop Girton here tomorrow, Tom. Are you going to be here? No.
No, I'm taking a day off from games tomorrow.
Well, they got beat up pretty good by Bedford the other day. That Bedford field hockey team.
Who are they playing tomorrow?
They're playing Portsmouth.
Okay.
Playing Portsmouth. Portsmouth was 1-15 last year, so they're building back. BG is a contender on paper, but they lost a lot of talent. And they've got Dakota Bilodeau's got some work to do.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to use the season to get to that status, I think.
They're going to have to evolve. They got some team speed.
She told me that they were trying to find the pieces to the puzzle. So they have the speed, but boy, the athleticism that Bedford showed was amazing.
Yeah, that's the team to beat.
And they won't be playing at Bedford every week. So BG has the stick skills and the ability and the coaching to get into that tournament and be a factor in it. But boy, just don't run into Bedford again.
All right, here we go. 4th and 10.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Another jailbreak by Delgado. That pass. Did he pull that one in? He sure did. He sure did. That was a miraculous catch. Wow.
Who was it? Caught that ball.
Central, go back to the green numbers. Look, could have been Dylan Noble again.
No, Noble's with North.
Excuse me, Trevor Gray.
Trevor Gray.
Yeah.
All right.
We got number ones on the field making some big plays tonight.
And a first down at the 10-yard line, so it should be. They're outside the 10, so they won't get they still need to get 10 yards.
I think it was Romello Diaz. Oh, and here he comes again.
Right through his head.
I mean, North is just beating up the line of scrimmage, and they had 3 guys in the backfield. I mean, they might as well just start in the huddle, Tom King.
Yep.
Anytime an appreciable chunk happens for the Central Little Green, Nashua North tightens up, so to speak, and play some big defense. They really stand up when they're tested. All right, nevertheless, it's 2nd and 10 after that incomplete. $1:31 on the clock in our
Ball
third quarter.
12-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. And
well, we got movement on the line. I think that's a false start. Or encroachment, can't tell. It looks like they're going toward the end zone right there. Yeah.
Encroachment, penalty, +5. Yep.
You know, Jameis, I think he did a little quick bark, and the aggressive interior line.
Well, that will put the ball at the 7-yard line, just inside the 7-yard line. 1:31 left to play, still in the third quarter. Central knocking on the door to try to get within 3 if they can, or at least 4.
All right, so you got 2nd down and a long 5. They can pick up a first down without scoring. $1:14 on the clock now. Now they get their ends switched up. Clock's now running again, but 1:05. And Jameis hands off in the backfield. Pretty good run, good blocking by the interior for Central that time.
Third and 2.
Yep, 3rd down and 2. We are under a minute. We're well under a minute now. 35 seconds in our 4th quarter. They will have to get this play off. 3rd down and short. What does Coach Ray dial up? Same play. This time North sniffs it out a bit, but he was driving the pile right there, Tom.
Yep. Can't tell who that is carrying the football.
I think you're going to have to whistle that up and take a look. Yeah, they dropped the chains. That last surge, he did get that first down.
He did get the first down.
Hard running.
Wow.
Just inside the 1 yard line. That might take us out of the quarter. 25.3 on the clock. But boy, this is an important drive for Central, especially courtesy of Trevor Gray's miraculous leaping grab there, Tom. Play of the night so far, as we said. Yeah, run it again. It's working, run it again. Oh, that's a great play inside. Boy, that was Velasquez coming from the end, it looked like. Wow, great pursuit down line. Lost a couple inches, but that will take us out of the corner. But Central are knocking on the door, Tom King. Really important drive right there when it seemed that North was taking the momentum.
Well, you get that defensive play, you bring momentum, but you know what? What's worked for Central is right up the gut in this series. Yep. And they probably should try it again.
Taking over the Yoshi playbook. Okay, 3 are in the book, folks. We'll have a fresh 12 on the scoreboard when we come back. It is 17-7 in favor of the host Nashua North Titans over the visiting Little Green from Manchester Central. Rich McDonough and Tom King will be back with you in a minute. And welcome back to Stellos Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Rich McDonough and Tom King bring you the D1 football first Friday night of the fall. Say that 10 times fast. 17-7 game. Central trailing after leading early, but now they've marched all the way downfield, and they are knocking on the door. Second down and goal. Tom King, it's been an entertaining game, even if it is relatively low scoring.
It's been entertaining. I like low scoring games.
Lots of play stoppages, though, tonight.
Well, it's been a problem with the cramping in both sides.
Oh, yeah.
More so Central on this last drive. But now it's second and goal at the 1. Referees are kind of talking about something. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, kind of one of the stories of the night is Brady O'Connor got the start, was playing well, but ever since they made a switch, Harrison Joshi.
Well, they've gone in and out.
Little platoon,
you know,
yeah.
Platooned it, but when Joshi's in there, he's going to run the ball.
Yeah, he is a
he's
monster.
He's it a little bit, but he's going to run it. All right, second and goal. Here we go.
All right, big play right here. Oh, and they fumble the snap. Who fell on it? That's just the question. I see Sean Burris saying they got it, but I think the refs are going to give it to the fellas in white. All right, Little Green fell on it.
It'll be third down, I believe, right? Not fourth.
They lost a yard there, so it'll be third and goal from the 2.
Third down.
Third and goal from the 3-yard line. I shorted him a yard. The Nashua defense. That ball rolled an awfully long way.
Now they got to do something. They might have to take advantage of they're on the short side of the field. They might have to go to the right.
Do that dive play and follow the big fella.
I don't think they're going to be able to. I think they're going to have to go and get in the outside. I think North's stacking the box a little bit.
You got an acre of room right side.
Yeah, I think Central's going to call time.
That's a good decision.
Yep. See, you can't do the dive right there because I think North is ready for it.
But they got a 250-pounder in the backfield.
Yeah, but they also have Krulikowski able to make the stop.
True.
So you've got to get him in space a little bit, make him get out of the play. And I think if you try to do some misdirection to the right, you'll be better off.
And we got an update, another score. Exeter over 17-13 over Timberlane in the third.
Yeah, that's a rock'em sock'em game right there.
That'll be physical.
Two teams that like to pound it.
There were always ice bags when my son's BG's team were playing.
Exeter?
No, Timberlane. Just
Oh, yeah.
physical. Same thing when I coached against him in lacrosse.
I saw Timberlane beat Guilford in its own game, physical play, and win this Division II championship.
All right,
4 years
third and
ago.
goal at the 3, 11 even on the scoreboard, on the game
Yeah, they're
clock.
going
There's your
wide.
rollout.
Yep. Does he
Boy,
get
and
it?
that is,
No.
it hits the deck. They had a fighting chance at it. I want to say that the Nashua defender maybe got a knuckle or two on that and disrupted. He certainly screened off the receiver. Made it really difficult to find that ball flying in behind the lights
All
right there.
you're Ryan Day, you got a choice to make. You know you got a kicker who can give you 3 points. Do you want to go for the 3 points and make it a 1-score game, or do you want to go for it on 4th down?
Did Ryan Day leave Ohio State?
Not
Ryan Ray.
Ryan Ray, I'm sorry.
Tom is the ubiquitous one covering
know.
every single sport on the planet. All right, 4th down.
I bet that mistake was made at Indian time.
Oh, yeah. 5 seconds went off the clock right there, but this is really a pivotal moment in this game.
They're going to go for it. They're obviously not going to kick. So,
I mean, if you don't convert here, you got a long hill to climb. But they do have momentum, Tom.
I don't know about that. See, they don't.
But they just sat down in the slot, and it's a good play coming over the top by Nashua North.
They didn't have.
And it was Uveris breaking that up.
They didn't have momentum, Rich, because they had 3 plays when they weren't able to do anything with it. Okay, they were down at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. They should be in the end zone. That North's defense, everything they did to just make it tough. And another incomplete pass. Great defensive play. Throwing it in the crowd, knocked down easily, and it'll be 1st down for Nashua North. As everybody gets together here, the chains, I don't know why the chains moved way out.
So is Jaden Bullio coming up.
Chains were going to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was Bullio breaking that pass up. My bad. That was a real good play. He came right over the top, swatted it away.
Tell you what, Nashua North's got to be so happy with their defense. They made only 1 mistake all night.
And that's the way to go. Look at that, right up the gut, breaking free. Lots of acreage in front of him. And that is just what the doctor ordered.
They cannot stop him.
And Joshi is a runaway train when he gets that much room, Tom.
He sure is. And gives them some room. 17-yard gain. He is having quite a second half here.
Boy, they needed that, and we got another central player down. And you hope that kid's okay. 10:45 on the clock, 17-7 spread for the Titans. Doing what they needed to do. You know, they've got manageable games, Tom. They're at Goffstown next week, and then they're at Merrimack on the 19th. And you want to manage the games that you can, where you can succeed.
No doubt about it.
And they're doing what they needed to do.
Exactly.
That gives you confidence. And they're going to need that because their next 3, Tom, they host South, who is a darn good team this year, and then they're at BG, which is here, and then they're up at Bedford.
That's the thing, in the West Conference, you're guaranteed 2 road games at Nashua at Stellos Stadium, although I think it's North's home game this year against South.
Yes, it is.
But you're guaranteed the majority of your games will be here.
It's a nice thing. It's an easy commute for us.
That's for sure.
All right, well, you hope the big fella's doing all right there. He gets a good hand from the crowd. A lot of good sportsmanship on display tonight. As a longtime player and coach myself, I love seeing it. And we got a final. Bishop Girton takes care of business, 35-8, knocking off Pathfinder Vocational Tech on the road.
Non-league game, they get a game in, get some kinks worked out, and they'll be ready for their Division I opener next Saturday night here at Stellos against Merrimack.
Should be a good game. Bishop Girton's got some tools this year. It's 3rd year for Coach Nayland. And he's got some players up there. Bishop Kearns is a heck of a lineman. Clock ticking down to 10:25, 17-7.
The question is the depth.
For Girton.
Yep, that's the thing you worry about, because it came, they did a great job to get in there last year within the playoffs with all the injuries they had up front.
The injury bug has been diabolical for Coach Nalen. Yeah. I mean, Hudson Schmidt can't stay healthy when he is. He's a terrific player.
He's a great football player, but here goes.
Wow.
Guess who? Ooh, good tackle right at the shy of the 30. It'll bring up third down.
Casey Jones, he is a human freight train, Tom.
Well, they give him a good spot.
Very good spot. He didn't look like he got that far.
He got that far. No doubt about it. He's at the 30. He's touching the 30-yard line.
So they marked down on the 30. That's third down and 1. 31-yard line with the line to gain. Do it again, right, Tom? Other side. Boy, a nice block up front. With Joshi sniffing that right out. Real good block by David Lago. I tell you, that the linemen were 5 yards upfield after making their initial block, and I think that's one thing Coach Zabolis was looking for, is don't just throw one block. Look for the next block.
Yep.
But they got some big fellas that make that initial contact, and now they're hunting. They're hunting somebody to block. That's good football. All right, first down and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I think Rich McDonough wants to suit up and get down there. He's dying
I played
to play.
for 7 years, and I still miss it. I am thinking about playing old man ball with lacrosse, getting back in the goal.
Rich, don't do it.
I don't know.
Don't do it.
I mean, I'm a lacrosse goalie. I'm naturally crazy, Tom.
I get it. Oh, yes, sir, you're a goalie. All right, if you're a goalie, okay.
Yeah.
Because you won't pull a hamstring that way.
I was a speed guy, so I beg to differ. that's why my hamstring still hurts.
You better stay in goal.
That was my 100-degree ball game I played in my native Maryland, and
you better stay in
playing
goal.
old man ball.
You better stay in goal.
All right, second down and 9, 8:20 on the clock here. Titans looking to put it away here.
Run it.
Just cannot be stopped.
Well, at some point he's going to break it. At some point, because he'll wear Central down, and that's what's going to happen. He'll wear them down, and he'll just break into the secondary, and that'll be it.
I mean, you could kind of rename his position the quarter fullback, because he's at the third level in a hurry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, he's over 100 by far, I believe. Tom King will do some NASA math for us in a hurry.
He got 20 right there.
Oh, yeah. 8:05 on the game clock, 17-7. And we just got a report that Timberlane just took the lead from Exeter, 20-17.
That's interesting.
My guess is they're in the fourth period by now. All right, here comes that nice sweep. Oh, and it's a speed sweep, and Dylan Noble has plenty of speed to go with the name of the play. Thanks to Coach Roby one more time, pointing it out, getting us all smarter up here, which doesn't take much. 7:40 on the clock after Noble gets out of bounds after that big chunk play, and he gets all the way down to 29-yard line. Tom.
13. He's down at the.
24. Excuse me.
You got 13 yards on that play. Nice.
All right, so yet another first down and 10. This is just what the doctor ordered for Coach Zabolis and the Titans at this stage of the game.
Because they keep the ball and the clock keeps ticking.
Chew clock, I always say, Tom.
Yep, they're not going to put it up in the air. They're going to run the ball, because what are they doing? They're wearing Central down. It's what did I tell you, Rich? Central's very good early game team.
And the pounding is showing.
But the pounding, they with their age and their kids, they're young, and they're going to take a hit, and it's going to eventually catch up. It's like a boxing match. It's like a bout. It's going to catch up to you by the time you're in the 7th, 8th, 9th round.
And conversely, as we discussed earlier, 39 upperclassmen for the Titans.
Yep.
That kind of maturity and game IQ shows itself deep into games. And
Exactly.
it's on display right here. We're under 7 here at Mata Field at Stellos Stadium. Rich McDonough, Tom King, bringing you for the ride on opening Friday night. Finally a handoff, and it's Uveris.
He's going to be in for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Give Uveris a hat trick, and he is celebrating as he should. Chalk up 3rd, 6 for 0, Tom. He's having himself a night. Well, I think, Tom, that kind of starts up the bus.
9 plays, 97 yards.
Huge.
All on the ground.
Huge.
This is what Chad Zabolis loves.
And 3/4 of that was Harrison Joshi.
Right.
Well, I've done that 3 times now. He sets up Uveris, and he hits pay dirt.
That's just it. You're looking out for Joshi, and then give the ball to the back, and there's not enough defense outside because they're all trying to clog the middle.
Sure. Okay, here comes the strong leg Raposo in to try his 3rd extra point of the night.
Second effort by Uveris to get away from the tackle and get out.
Well, I tell you, that Uveris, Joshi, that's a great 1-2 punch for Coach Zabolis, Tom. Tack on 1, make it 24-7. So it's a 24-point run for the Nashua North Titans. They were down for most of that first half, and they finally cracked the code on a field goal, and they haven't looked back, really. Well, again, next week.
Good things happen when you run the ball.
Without a doubt. As we said, next week, these North Titans are up at Goffstown Friday. And for their part, Central, boy, they got a barn burner right there. There you got to play Pinkerton at home. They got 3 home games in a row versus Pinkerton, Concord, and then Portsmouth, Oyster River. That's a lot of work in front of them.
That is.
Pinkerton with Matt Morrison, right?
Yep.
Speed merchant himself. He's a good kid. I got to talk to him last year. 6:45 on our clock here. 24-7 now in favor of the hometown home field Titans. Having themselves a real good opening night. Just what Chad Zabolis had hoped. Get yourself a little confidence, get yourself a little momentum. Manage your first 3 games. And
2 sequences in the game. The punt, when they lost track of the downs and thought it was 3rd down and it wasn't, evidently. That led to 7 points for North, and for Central when they had the ball at the 1-yard line and didn't score. Those key sequences.
That's a good move right there.
Those key sequences fired up North and got them going.
Yeah, and Galinas had a good return of about 33 yards right there. Too little, too late, probably, Tom King. 6:37 on the clock.
Most likely.
I think we've seen crazier things happen, but it just feels like once they got a hold of things, it became Nashua North's night. All right, Central tees up. 35-yard line, 6:37 on the clock, and they find themselves down 17 points at this stage of the game.
Which probably means Air Central.
Probably. And there's the lefty throw. Gets it out to the flats right there. But only a 4-yard gain. It looked like Darius Moscone out there again. Can't find those numerals so far away from the field.
I have no clue.
Yeah. Go back to green. I said that earlier. Or I've got to go get a pair of military binoculars. All right. 3-yard gain, make it 2nd and 7, 6:11 on the clock. Ball's on the 38-yard line.
Is that why they stopped?
Yeah, he went out of bounds.
There you go.
And again, that same little play.
And go out of bounds, and it keeps the clock. You get yardage, and it stops the clock.
Stops the clock.
I like Gray with the reception. I'm not sure.
Hard to tell. Might have been Michael Demas. We'll see. See if we can catch the replay. Again, folks, it's so far away from us, and
you can watch it again right
there's
up
no
there.
contrast with these numbers.
Yeah, there is.
So Bedford is laying it on Merrimack tonight, Tom. 48-20.
Pretty much what we thought. Yep.
It was not Michael Demas, it was Cole Hogan on that grab, wearing number 12 there. Here it comes, running the same route 3 times in a row. Just which one do you crisscross? 6 minutes even. A methodical 10-yard drive so far, 9 yards. That leaves them at 4th and 1, and they've chewed up about a minute and a half. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Again, 4th down and 1.
Clock ticking, 5:34 left to play.
That's
You're
all.
Central, I think you're still throwing the ball. You don't
Sure.
run it because it's just going to take up too much clock time. But you're down 17 points. You probably don't think you have enough in the tank to get back. But throw the ball downfield. Anything can happen. Get it down the field.
Yeah, probably don't want to get any more guys hurt. You got to play Pinkerton next week.
Ooh.
That's going to be physical.
That's not easy.
They used every
Oh,
fumble to snap again. I think North might have fallen on it this time. Last time they couldn't quite get it, but they're all signaling they got it.
They have it,
And they do. They pick it up.
Yep.
Emerging from that huddle, fired up, was Dionysus De La Cruz. It looks like he's the man of the hour, and he picked it up. Yeah, it was De La Cruz. He was certainly fired up.
Oh boy, 33-7 Londonderry over Albert.
33-7. Broncos first-year head coach.
Well, Justin Huff told me, he says he doesn't feel he has Division I numbers. So he knows he needs to get the numbers up at Albert. And he basically said there was a reason Matt Lee, the former coach, left Albert. Because he knew the cover was pretty bare. Timeout on the field. No injury timeout. This is straight timeout.
They just want to make the game longer. It's like, my dog is going to be aching for dinner by the time I get back.
Yep. This game is 2.5 hours old.
Well, I tell you, we just talked about it. These North Titans are going to feel good about tonight, and they're going to take that momentum, the confidence. They're going to have some great practices this week. They now know what they've got in the backfield, and there's a lot to like going into Goffstown next weekend, Tom. And I haven't read the tape on the Grizzlies this year.
Me neither.
Well, we'll get that done for you. But they're always physical. I mean, I've coached against the Goffstown Grizz a couple times. They're physical. I called their girls' soccer game at Pinkerton the other day, and that was a physical game as well. Ended in a 3-3 tie, one of the best soccer games I've seen in a long time.
I got to see the Fry twins again yesterday. They each had a goal in Nashua North's 2-0 win over Wyndham.
There we go. All right, O'Connor's back in
sweep,
at quarterback.
But don't go out of bounds.
And look at that speed sweep going. Oh, and stepping on the chalk was Sean Battle right there.
Yep, that wasn't Roberts, right?
No, it was. Looks like Sean Battle.
Yep, had a touchdown, but stepped on the chalk on the white line.
I think Bugs Bunny must have pulled the chalk line a little to the left.
That's why I don't want to run wide.
Well, he's another hoops guy. Is it Sean Battle or is it Kobe Perry? Kobe Perry.
That was Perry, okay.
Yeah, and he's a track and field guy, absolutely. When we certainly saw the Jets on full display, cruising, but for the errant markings on the field, he would have been in the end zone for 6. He's got it again. There he goes. Splits the middle. Splits the wickets, and he splits into the end zone. Now he gets himself that 6-pointer. Kobe Perry going yard, baby. Perry's 6 points adds it, and we go to 30-7. And it's all Nashua North at this point. 4:39 on the clock. We still have 4:39 to play, Tom. And here comes The frequently mentioned Marco Raposo with that big leg, ready to do the honors. Try splitting the uprights one more time. He's been on the money all night tonight. The good hand, Dylan Noble sets it down at the 10-yard line. And Raposo will go to work. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick right down the middle. This kid's a good kicker, Tom King.
They've got a weapon, and he used it tonight for 3 points.
And some of these kicks that we're seeing, they're 20 yards, but they've been good for 35, 40. And in high school, that is a
big
weapon.
That is, it really is.
And they'll need that at some point.
Yep.
And he wasn't even swinging hard right there. My guess is he's got plus 40 range right there. Couldn't get to him in warm-up, so we'll gauge that for you as the season goes on. But they sure are glad they've got number 24 lining it up, kicking for them. He's the junior, so he gets him for a couple more years, Tom King. That's great if you're Chad Zabolis.
Until soccer steals it.
It does happen. We're seeing
Well,
basketball players all over the North
usually
roster.
it's the other way around. Football steals it from soccer or borrows it from soccer, or one or the other.
When I was coaching lacrosse, we were building the team at St. John's. We went and recruited wrestlers for the face-off duties.
Everybody, yep.
They were great.
Right, yep.
They couldn't cradle, but we didn't need them to. Just give it to them, win the battle, give it up to the offense, and we'll get you subbed out. All right, Raposo lines it up, ball down at the 40. See the big leg kid, that one sails long all the way down to the 8-yard line. And here comes Trevor Gray, yet another return. He's a good fleet foot right there.
He is. They got speed. They just haven't been able to use it all night.
And Gray has a 20-yard return, gets knocked out about the 28-yard line.
This is one of those games where, as a football coach, if you're North, you take away from it, my defense played really well. And my offense wore the other team down. I didn't need to open it up. I was able to run the football. I was able to chew up the clock. I blocked well. I tackled even better. I don't think I can see a missed tackle out there all night. You got to be pretty happy if you're Chad Zabolis.
And you found yourself a freight train of a running quarterback in Harrison Joshi.
Tape is already out on Joshi now.
Well, he's going to be scouted up and down.
Up and down.
How do you stop him? You don't dare get in his way. It's kind of like the alien monster.
Yep.
He's got a great defense mechanism. You don't dare kill it. But he's a tough player, and then you add Jedwin Uveris, and man, they can smack you in the teeth.
North gets its first win of the season. Last year, they went more than halfway through without a win.
Thought they had one last year, but then BG with that scintillating win. You and I called that from the back of the pickup truck.
The pickup truck, exactly. That was probably the most fun we've had doing a football game. Right?
My feet hurt a lot the next day, but that was when we had all our athletic directors really responding well to the stadium situation.
Right. You know what I liked the most about that game? I was home by 7:30. That was great. Early night. Play in the afternoon. Play these games at 4.
And then, props to the parents for helping everybody out.
Oh, the parents were great on both
alternate
sides,
arrangements.
yes.
Yeah, so much good sportsmanship.
Lisa Jinkris and the North staff doing what they needed to do.
Yeah, Mike Susi was there. He's now the AD at Pelham or Salem?
Pelham.
He's a good man. I used to coach under him at Hollis Brookline, and then he migrated over to Merrimack, where he was the AD. He's a good man. All right, going sweep side. Far side of the field, 3:43 on the clock. And he goes out of bounds. The clock stops yet again, Tom King. Couldn't see who did the honors with the tackle, far side of the field. But 4-yard gain, that makes it 3rd and 9 from the 27-yard line. And those diesel glow plugs on the bus have been warmed up for quite a while.
Stopped, lost his momentum, but he still gets about 6 yards.
Yeah, and Jameis looked like he wanted to go wide. He cut back in.
Yeah.
Once he got to that gap, made something out of nothing, really. But it was good force edge play right there. turn him back inside. He picked up a few yards, gets himself out to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down and a long 3-yard line. 3. And we're hitting the 3-minute mark, Tom King, at long last. With all the cramp injuries, it's dragged out this evening, but the kids played hard.
Definitely
they really
has
did.
dragged out, but and with a 31-7 game.
And some of the backup guys are in there getting some PT. You want to coach for October. Oh, there's a fake punt and a keep, and there's the Galinas going wide.
There's the fake punt that worked.
He's
first down, and he gets pummeled.
I tell you,
The flip.
Owen Taylor Galinas is a workhorse.
No, Galinas was smart. He stayed in bounds because he saw that yardage was more important than going out, and he got himself some yards. The only problem was the clocks do stop to move the chains, but at this stage of the game, it really doesn't matter one way or the other.
Well, he gets all the way down into the Titans' 45-yard line. They roll clock at the 2:25 mark. Big chunky yardage. Galinas probably has somewhere around 100 yards of his own tonight, and he's played a whale of a game.
Central had 12 guys. Wow.
They broke the huddle there with 12 fellas, and they
Fumble.
bobble that football again. It looks like Jameis got it back.
Yeah, a little too fancy. Jameis tried to fake handoff, and then he lost the ball. It slipped out of his hands when he
Good.
tried to brain it back into himself.
Good sportsmanship by Rowan Mistry, picking Jameis off the deck. As we now are under 2 minutes. Lost a yard on that bobble. Ball's at the 46-yard line, 2nd and 11. Well, if you're Central, you go back, hit a few ice packs, get rid of some of those bumps and bruises. That's initially a good piece of running right there, courtesy of Liam Patton, who got in the game, number 34. Liam Patton wears number 34.
Did a lot to get 2 yards.
He did a lot to get 2 yards, and that's indeed the case. He gets it down to the 44-yard line as we get down to the 1-minute mark here at Stellos Stadium.
All right, Rich McDonough.
Tom
I'm
King.
going to depart and make my way down onto the field.
You bet, man. It's always fun being in the booth. We got our first Friday.
Last call for cookies.
Oh, we got last call for chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Lucky us.
Thank you very much, Bill Thorpe.
Bill Thorpe doing the honors.
Down I will go.
You got it, Tom. And Patton gets himself another carry. Picks up about 8 yards this time, but that makes it 4th and 1, and we're at the 25-second mark and counting. Looks like they're going to roll one more play off. Jameis gets them all set. Inside handoff. Patton goes sidelines, stays in bounds miraculously. He picks up a few more yards, gets himself into the scorebook. Clock stops at 1.7. He picked up the first down, so they're obliged to move the chains and stop the clock to do so. Well, once again, it's been a blast. This is Rich McDonough. Tom King just left the booth for us. You pick up his articles in the Nashua Telegraph tomorrow. It's been a blast being with you. Always is. Get to watch our young people playing ball and calling all the action and being part of the community here. So, for everybody at Nashua ETV, Executive Director Petey Pete Johnson, DJ Petey Pete, Tom King, Dan O'Neill, man in the camera. I did it again. Tim O'Neill, Dan Young, back in the operations nerve center. My apologies to both guys whom I know well. Rusty, banging off the rust. This has been Rich McDonough signing off. Thank you to everybody. We will see you down the road. Final score, Nashua North 31, Central 7.
that was.